You are now listening to Nerd Rage Radio with Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only and may not fit with your sensitive sensibilities. You may be a victim of meaningless outrage, or you may, in fact, be a big ninny pants. If this is the case, please feel free to turn it off now. This is no country for ninny McNinny pants. So crack open the Mountain Dew. Make sure the cheese doodles are super fresh. We're in your mother's basement. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
Because you never... Oh, shit. That changed things. Anyway, welcome, everybody, to Nerd Rage Radio. Episode, I don't fucking know right now.
It's 149.
149 and an eighth. And I'm here now with Marilyn Phil.
What's up, folks?
Bobby and Joe left us. Literally. They're gone.
They went to go get coffee.
They went to go get coffee. Not a big deal. So, but we're just testing out the microphone real quick. And we'll be back in a few. Unless you got something else to say.
Nah.
I think your hat's a little... Oh, it's the Punisher hat.
Yeah, it's the Punisher hat.
The Punisher / Yankees hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. The very, very black and white today.
Yeah.
Very black and white.
I know. It's a little bit blander than what I've done in the past.
A little bit. One can say that. All right, later.
Chris Workers was interested.
Hookers in Japan.
We're gonna lead in that.
It's loud.
Hookers in Japan. Oh, you can't turn it down?
No.
Oh, it's probably this right here. Does that help at all?
Let me see.
Testing.
Check.
Oh, maybe it's this then.
Check. Yeah, but that's probably controlling
No,
it
it
there
doesn't.
as well.
It doesn't control it.
No?
No, because
Okay.
I'm plugged into the computer.
All right, cool.
Welcome to episode 149. As you can hear, we are 2 minutes in, and there's been already loads of technical difficulties. But we're going to have a wonderful show here. You already know that, Marilyn Phil, and you've heard Joe talk some hooker talk. Talk some hooker talk? Does that work?
Yeah.
It works. Talking hookers.
Talking Japanese hookers.
Hookers and blow. Also another episode for this podcast. And then Mr. Bobby Skullface.
I have
How
a
you doing
question.
there?
I already have a question.
Yeah.
So, like when something happens,
And I'm Adam Russman. Welcome. Welcome. And you're welcome.
when something happens like once, it's like coincidence, right? But if something happens multiple times,
Well, if it happens once, Joe, it's definitely not a coincidence.
okay.
All right.
It's definitely not a coincidence?
If it only happened once,
It's a happenstance.
no. If something happened, like I dropped this thing once, it's not a coincidence. You at least have to have
Okay.
2 times for it to
Oh,
be
well, it could be a coincidence if we were talking about what if you just dropped that and then you happen to drop it, but just the once, then
Okay.
that would be a coincidence.
Yeah, but it has to be 2 incidences
So
connected.
So, but a few
Or
times,
maybe, all right. Continue.
multiple times would be a trend, right?
I mean, perhaps.
Or
Perhaps.
habit.
So, like, I'm on this show now,
Okay.
sitting in this position. The last time we had multiple people here,
Oh,
I was on one corner and all the white people were across from me. Just like now.
You know,
So I'm just wondering if this is on purpose or what's going on here.
well,
I need to move my chair over there,
Joe,
Joe.
I can tell you it's going to be on purpose from now on.
I was hoping that Adam was going to slide a little bit over, but apparently he was like, "Nope, I'm front and middle."
Maybe instinctually you guys grouped together across from me.
I mean, Joe,
We're
I'll
like
get-
the robots in iRobot.
Oh, shit. You guys should make me sad. They were so lonely. In the dark.
I'll move it. Well, you can also move a little bit closer to me, Joe. I mean, I
I
think
was over
you're.
here because I figured we
I
would all
think
be
you're
spread out.
alienating yourself on purpose.
I don't think so. Look how
Anybody?
close
Anybody?
you guys are to me.
I think you're legal alienating yourself.
You know what it is, Joe? You come back from Asian land, and now you're going to be all fucking sensitive
I mean, I
for
said
about 3
land.
months.
Wait, this happened last time. I didn't say anything because I thought it must be a coincidence. But it happened again, and I'm like, maybe.
Well, I think what it is that my jack is on your side, and I always sit here.
Right.
So this is my fault because I'm a racist.
Well, we recorded a Patreon bonus yesterday. I had Gort and Brian Brink here, and Laura, and we sat down here and we gave our top 10 ranking of Star Wars films.
Okay.
And because there was 4 people, we plugged in the 4th mic, and I sat on the leg, so to speak, and Laura sat on the leg per usual, and then we had these 2 sitting across. So, long story short, it's Adam's fault because he's racist.
Yeah. I mean,
it was just a
I didn't
question.
move
I
the
didn't-
chair.
I
The
didn't-
chair was centered right here.
I didn't
I just
assume
set my
anything.
sweaty ass down.
I didn't accuse of anything. I was just wondering why is all.
I don't know.
Maybe we all want to look at you.
Yeah, you are pretty.
Now I'm gonna
You're a
be
very
fucking
beautiful man,
self-conscious as
Joe.
fuck.
You're
I smell.
exotic.
You smell like miso. So
Jersey
it's
More like raw
oozing,
eggs. I smell like raw
it's
eggs.
oozing out of your pores.
You and Smeagol.
Is that all we can eat now? Is raw eggs? Because he's dying on
That's
the
all he
inside.
farts.
Oh God.
Hey,
It's Smeagol
not
is still
down
here,
here.
right?
Don't call his
Okay.
name. He's not down here right now.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You come down to
Right.
fight.
See how it's not tracking like it normally does?
Yeah, it wasn't doing it yesterday
Why
either.
does that do that?
I don't know.
Huh. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all.
I do feel like this track itself has been exporting a little lower volume wise recently for whatever reason.
Really?
So something to think about.
All right. All right. I had an epiphany yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah. So I haven't had much chance to paint recently. I've had chances to model, and there's a reason for that. Like we've kind of gotten to the point where in the family, like you go through like peaks and valleys of like acceptable behavior. Maybe most people, not you, but like I'm always like secluding myself in the basement, painting at my airbrush station, and like my back's always to the door. I always got like my headphones in, I got my mask on, so I can't hear anybody coming downstairs.
Right.
And I'm just like, I will lose hours just being gone. So I've gotten some valid complaints, like, oh, come on, you want to come upstairs and hang out with the kids?
Yeah.
And so this is kind of a two-parter story. So I'm down there finally painting after game day. Had a pretty good game day, and I've been waiting on some bits to come in to finish off a unit that I don't have bits for, and and I got them built. They look fine.
Bill and Brittle, like kibble in bits, but different.
And I'm like, I'm starting to paint them. I'm like, oh, why am I doing this? Why am I painting another fucking piece of gray plastic? And I like, just to give you a point of reference, our average game size is like maybe 2,000 points, right? 1850 to 2,000,
Which is a fair game.
Maybe 2,500 points, which is a big game.
Like
Even
30
in the big game
models?
area. Yeah, I've got 20,000 points of one army. 20,000. I can't even play them all in one game, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Why do I keep on painting the same, like just painting more stuff? And it's not just one army. It's like I got some purple guys I'm working on. I got some other stuff I'm working on. I got some other people wanting me to.
20,000 is excessive. I mean,
It's-
17,000 can really save our necks, but 20,000 is excessive.
So, take your sassy, frumpy Chewbacca.
You know what makes him look extra frumpy is that fucking man purse.
Yeah, dude, frumpy is the correct adjective. It's an adjective, right?
Reminds me of the Green
Yeah.
Goblin satchel.
Yeah, man. Fucking stupid. So anyway, I'm sitting there. I'm like, dude, man. And like the question popped into my head, like, do I want to keep doing this?
Period.
Ooh.
Yeah.
at
Do I
all?
want to keep like, and then like going upstairs, I'm trying to fucking finish Luke Cage.
Oh man.
And I'm gonna go out there and say that. Have you finished it?
I am on episode 7 or 8.
You should stop now.
Oh really?
Again?
Oh,
It gets
no.
worse.
Just like last time?
Yes.
Oh man,
It's worse.
I'm only on like episode 6, man.
So up until 6, I was kind of digging it. Like I
Yeah.
really like Bushmaster.
I really love
And
Bushmaster.
the fucked up bit about it is it's like episode 9 and 10, you start to get his backstory, which is interesting,
Uh-huh.
right? But it's just like
Well, he gives his whole backstory to Mariah
you
in that
yes.
scene. Is that not? Is you
It
get more?
is, but there's more.
Okay,
There's more
okay.
like why he has power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I
Which
haven't
is
gotten
still
that far
kind of
yet.
it's still kind of a mystery. It's,
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you because it's not ruining it for you.
Good. I know they've already
No,
changed it from the
don't
comics.
spoil it because I want to see it. I'm finally engaged in it, so
Okay.
I want to know
Okay.
how it plays out.
Okay.
'Cause I know they've changed the story.
Yeah.
From
Well-
the book. So
He's going to say, I'm not going to spoil it, but. And he's going to spoil it.
'Cause here's the thing. Here's the thing. My judgment right now, it would be better for me to tell Bobby so he's mentally and emotionally prepared for the reveal than for him to find out like it's fucking stupid.
No. I want to have a fresh slate going in. I am enjoying this much more than season 1 so far. though.
yeah, so am I.
All right. So I feel like season 1, the half of the season was like an 8, 9, right? And then the rest, and then it like slowly went down quickly. It was like 6, 5, 4, 3. Really?
Yeah, mine was.
Really?
I'd probably put the first half around a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
And then I'd put the show the back half around a 4 or 5.
Yes. Yeah.
Which would average out the show to a 6.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I could buy maybe a 5. Only half of it's 6. 5 I carry the 1. Anyway. So this one, I felt like it was going in a really good direction, but it literally should only have been 8 episodes. So they're squeezing in 4 extra hours of shit you just don't fucking need.
Yeah, that's one of my complaints.
Fill, episodes quota, maybe.
Yeah,
that's
exactly
one of my complaints with
what it
Netflix,
is.
Marvel
Exactly
in
what it
general.
is. And I really feel like all right, so this is the 4th season of shows we've had Luke Cage in. Because he was in Jessica Jones, he was in Defenders, he was in Luke Cage season 1, and this is season 2, right? That's 4, right? Carry the 1. And I just feel like we, by this point, should know who Luke is. I don't think there has to be such aggressive character arcs unless something's really new. Like, this is Luke Cage as a father. You know what I mean? This is Luke Cage as a hero for hire or whatever. Like, they
spin that out of it.
Yeah, they got it. It's just like, this is Luke Cage defending Harlem. We've seen Luke Cage defending Harlem. You know what I mean? It was interesting. Jessica Jones, this Luke Cage who doesn't want to come out in public and use his powers, and then season 1 is this Luke Cage coming into his powers, and then by the time we get to the Defenders, he's just there. You know what I mean? He's doing his Luke Cage stuff, and now he's making friends. Fantastic friends. But this, I'm just now there's some cool character development stuff that I enjoyed, but overall, I just got to the point where I was just getting bored, and I'm like, God, I just got to finish this. I have something to talk about tomorrow. That's what it was. But anyway, so back to the kid thing. So Friday, the kids went to my aunt and uncle's. They actually sold their home. They have a fucking fancy ass, not motorhome, but a camper. These fucking campers, man, they're amazing. All the sides come out. They have
yeah.
I mean, it's
like a modular home on wheels.
Yeah, I could live in this. I can live in this
There's
high
different
class.
levels to it.
Yeah. So we dropped them off. We went to we had some event with my dad, some charity event that was actually pretty cool. Not nerve related, but we might talk about it. But anyway, so I haven't seen the kids the whole weekend, right? Had game day Sunday, and they want to come and hang out and whatnot. And I can feel myself getting annoyed because I'm trying to finish Luke Cage. I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck? I'm gonna be busy all week, and here I am going to rush them out the door so I can finish watching this stupid show that is always going to be there.
Yeah.
That is a fucking problem,
Yeah.
man. It's it's a disease. I don't know.
I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. I did.
Right.
So, but you're trying to get through it and whatnot, and I'm sitting there brushing my teeth, God, man, what the fuck's my problem? So anyway, but back to the collectible thing. What is the saturation? I need to talk to Tyler about this. What is the saturation point? Am I doing this just to do it? Am I not getting the return on my investment? Like emotionally? Am I just bored? I got nothing else to do, so this is will occupy my time. I
mean, I think it's enjoyment. It should be the priority.
Yeah, I thought you enjoy painting.
I mean, I do enjoy painting.
Well, then that's what it is.
Yeah, then that's what
but
it is.
There's got to be some more introspection. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Like an introspective look at
I do. It's just, it's all right. I enjoy painting, right? But at a certain point, doing anything, it gets just to be the mold comes up, you hit the mold with a hammer, the mold comes up. It just, that's kind of what I feel like I'm doing right now with it. And maybe the next thing is I got to do something different. I'm painting the same thing over and over again. Maybe that's why I need to expand my horizons.
Or I mean, you've just started this hobby day thing.
Yeah, that was fun.
So I mean, maybe just save it for then. Now,
yeah, maybe,
back her down.
Back away from the cliff.
I've recently kind of changed the way I've done business, and I've been putting.
That's just because you're running out of DTOF space.
I just got to break 2 new ones.
Exactly.
I recently I had a couple reviews I had to get done yesterday, but I just didn't do them.
Good for you.
I just didn't do them.
Good for you.
I played Donkey Kong Country Ice Blizzard or whatever with the kids.
How was it?
Dude, it was fucking fun.
Nice.
And and had some drinks and then chill with Gort and Brink, and it was perfect. No, you know what I mean? I didn't.
Why are you looking at me so strangely?
Well, I didn't miss anything by hitting the mole.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
But you don't really enjoy doing reviews, though.
I've kind of gotten back into enjoying doing them because I've been changing the way I've been doing them.
Yeah, you do the quick ones now.
Yeah, where it's
entertaining. The editing is entertaining.
The editing is entertaining, and coming up with ideas while I'm doing it has been entertaining.
Cool.
This one that I'm putting out on Wednesday, like I did this whole thing where I was talking about the arms on this character. I was like, you know, one of the things here I will admit is that like they cover up a good portion of the arms, which kind of hides the wacky proportions of the orange.
Orange?
And then I was like, orange. Orange, and then I cut to like the bowl of oranges, and I was like orange, and then I had like this little orange bubble blower, orange, and then I like wrote orange in a marker on a piece of paper. I was like orange.
What's in an orange ink?
And then there was an orange cat. I was like, what does the orange cat say? And then it cut to me with an orange pen, and I underlined the orange I just wrote. And orange, and I said orange. You glad I didn't say? And then I dropped down bananas, and like, but you know, like but it's just like I had more fun doing that than
The head cracking
you know?
thing is gold.
Yeah, and then I slammed my head against the table a bunch of times because I was like, I'd rather slam my head against the wall than
Try to transform this.
than try to transform this.
Which transformer was it?
Some bad cube shit. But I was just it just
You don't like bad cube?
it just cuts to me slamming my head on the table anytime I reach anything that's remotely frustrating in the review.
Oh, so you just do it over
Over and over and over and over
It's
again.
very good.
You know, but it's funny. Like and I had a good time doing it. Yeah, it didn't need to get done. Like the toy's been out for a while.
Yeah.
It didn't need.
Yeah.
There's no pressure for it. I did that little discussion video today because it's more important to get that out time wise than the back queue thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I think part of my problem too is the pressure thing because I have shit coming in that I have to get painted because it's like backing up. You know what I mean?
Maybe buying too much or too fast.
That's definitely it. But like,
well, before I know because of 40K, I would with Forge World stuff, I would used to buy them because I'm gonna
Discount.
get them later.
Yeah.
But now with like
the hookup.
the hookups and stuff, you will never not get it.
That's true.
So you can
That's
wait
true.
to get them.
That's true. That's true. And then the problem is, man, Chris is a good drug dealer.
Yes, he is. I can't get.
I don't even want anything. He's like, dude, you need this and that. And like, okay.
And then he's like, "Here's a new catalog."
Yeah. And but I will say this though, which is funny, and maybe I need to backstep and reanalyze my experience because I just recently built like 80 guys. So like I haven't painted in a week or so, but I've been building a lot of guys, and I've been really enjoying that. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe I am hobby burnt out.
Yeah,
it just
relax.
took a different.
You gotta relax.
But it's like I got
It's
Joe's
a philosophy.
Yeah.
I got Joe's stuff. I got like 4 more hours to do a lot.
Oh shit! What day is this?
And it's like
We
a
got
year.
28 days more before his 1 year.
I think it's already past 1 year.
No, it's July 30th.
Is it?
when I paid you.
So, what is your hobby day compared to your game day? Is it the same thing, or is it
I
something?
mean, the game
an
day,
evolution.
like, Dirty Roy and I played a game. We had a really good game, dude. Every 30K game I play, no bullshit, is like 1 or 2 point victory for the winner, and there's like both have like a handful of units left on the board. I mean, it's really well balanced.
Don't do the P thing.
no.
P thing on SVU was
Yeah.
hilarious.
So yeah, I got to get Joe in on that. But no, Joe, if you just need to come and hang out with me while I paint your shit because I need more feedback from you.
Okay.
Because I get a little feelings hurt from Joe. I haven't told him about this yet.
What?
Because he was like, "We're gonna do more than this, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do more.
It's because you did more on the other ones.
I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do more."
Adam, get back in your painting booth.
You kidding me?
That's like stage 2 of 5, Joe. 5.
No, you did more on another one, and I was like, oh, I assume you're gonna do that.
No, I didn't. I didn't even do what I did on those.
Because you did a 2-stage highlight on the black on one of the newer squads, and then you did a 1-stage on another squad. I'm like, you're gonna do this like 2nd stage. That's what I was asking you.
No, I didn't. I never did the 2-stage one.
Are you sure? Because I was there.
Pretty sure.
You have to compare side by side.
Oh, no, I went back and looked at the other ones. They don't have anything on them yet, except the leather and the gold. Yeah, I mean, I'll do them all that way, Joe. It's fine. Whatever. Hey, baby gets what baby wants. All right?
Yeah, I'm paying for your time.
No, you've paid for my time. I'm like fucking in debt to you now. Can I come and break my kneecaps? But I'm models, motherfucker. Joe literally said, "Hey man, take as long as you can. Take as long as you
I've
want."
never. When have I ever was?
I know.
Asked you like, when is it ready? Never.
You need to fucking start asking me when it's ready. So yeah, done.
I'm worried to ask you when it's ready because when you say it's ready, and I have like 50 guys at home built right now, I don't want to. I don't want to bring it over and be like, hey, I got like 50 more guys.
I mean, I needed to. You know what I need to do? Just like take like a month off of work.
You need
and
to
you could probably pay my salary.
What's the word? Not subsidized, but like
Subsidized.
Sublet or
sublet?
subcontract.
No,
Subcontract it out.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't. I don't trust anybody else.
Like I pay you $25 an hour, and you pay somebody else $10 an hour to do it. Just don't tell me about it.
Dude, my wife is doing that with yoga.
Oh shit!
Right.
But she's not doing it full time. But like, if she's working. I'm not gonna say because I don't want to blow her spot. But she's getting paid very well to do yoga. But it's only like twice a week, right? But if she has like a extra full class, she gets like paid like 25%, no, 50% more.
Wow.
An hour, right? I'm like, God damn,
That's awesome.
But then she like, when she takes a vacation day or whatever, she like pays one of her. She's responsible for paying somebody else,
right?
And they're like, oh yeah, just pay me this much, right?
Oh, so she's still making mad cash.
She's not making mad cash.
She's still making money for doing nothing.
Yes,
middleman.
But no, that's not necessarily true. Let me defend her because she is doing the marketing to get all those spots filled. Okay. So like nobody before her was getting all the spots filled. Like they were getting like 5 or 6 people. She's getting like 15.
Oh, okay.
So
that's all better.
she is. It's not like it's dishonest, but I'm like, why don't you just fucking do that full time? You know what I mean?
You could be the marketing.
Yeah, just
There you
market
go.
yoga spots and fucking make it happen. Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about you, Bobby.
I watched E.T.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen that in years.
What?
Say it.
No, it was fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it the one with the walkie-talkies and stuff like the guns?
Yeah, it was. And it was also a full screen version, so like it looked like I was watching an Instagram video on my phone, like when I was watching it on the TV.
But did not have a widescreen version?
I think they do. I don't know if they do or don't. It's just that one I happened to pick up that day or was given as a gift or whatever.
Quick subject. Do you recall when there's a time that people kind of preferred the full screen to the widescreen?
Oh yeah,
that's
definitely.
crazy now, right?
Yeah,
I mean, so
but
TVs,
yeah. So at any rate, there is something funny I gotta tell you guys about it, but I'll wait for you guys to. I will pause and save it.
It can't be on.
No. But I'll say this: like my kids, it was so funny because like. Selena, when E.T. popped up, she was like, "Bleh." and I was like, he's cute. He's like, no. And then like so later on, he gets to talking and chit chat and hanging around with the stuffed animals and shit. And she's like, okay, it gets a little better when he starts talking.
All right, we'll pause it real quick. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow,
that's awesome.
She surprises me sometimes.
When he was...
Save it. Save it.
So it was good, and I hadn't watched in a while.
Is E.T. kind of phallic looking?
I don't think so.
Does he look like what
His
a penis? If a penis became a creature?
No.
I don't think so. No.
I mean, like all brown and veiny. What?
No, he doesn't really look like that.
How does he look like that?
I mean, his head looks like a heart.
Yeah.
Actually, or like
a smashed brain or something.
Or like it almost looks like your lamp.
Oh, I got.
You got an update on the lamp, sir?
I got the plug for it. Yep. I did text message this motherfucker back. Wow, after that comment.
Yeah.
So I still want to do a review. I don't have any fucking time, man.
Dude, that story was out there.
Dude,
how long they took.
I'm so angry with them, man. I've been angry. They should send me a free fucking lamp.
I've been watching Luke Cage and enjoying it. But I'm not finished it yet. So next week we can really talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think? Let's talk about the first couple of episodes. What do you think of Black Mariah? What do you think of Shades?
Love her. I love everybody in this. Even Shades. By the episode that I'm on, I have a more of a connection to.
Now you didn't mind him last season, right?
I thought he was a little over the
top.
top.
Yeah.
And he's still a little over the top, but that whole situation with how he carries himself regarding his friend that betrays him, I dug all that.
Yeah.
I thought that was really well done.
He's one of the characters that's I think he's definitely had the bar raised for him in this season. Okay, absolutely.
I love Bushmaster. I love
fucking awesome.
Dude, I love the part where Bushmaster fucks Luke Cage up and they put it viral everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the beginning.
And Luke Cage is like, What did he say anything? And one dude on the street is like, man, he's Jamaican, man. I can't tell if he was singing or talking.
Dude, they got that accent they do is like spot on. Like there's some points where I have to like
I'm on
backtrack it to see what the heck
I'm
they
watching
said.
that motherfucker with subtitles.
No,
Are
I do,
you?
man.
No, I love it, but it's like, wow.
It's much
really
easier
good.
to understand than what's his face in Belly, like the Jamaican dude that they go to see, like that dude. Like I can't understand a word he says. Like I'm like
A different language.
yeah. And I've been reading the solo art, like the art of Star Wars books. Like they're always fucking great. But
this one, it's not.
no, it's good. It just hasn't. Like the art is amazing.
Okay.
But I haven't come across anything that I've been like, damn man, it's fucking interesting.
Hmm.
Like other than stuff that we've kind of already deciphered. Like I think all of us picked up on more of a World War I influence rather than a World War II influence. They talk about that, stuff like that. But it's. Meh, it's fine. I mean, information-wise, it's fine. The art is amazing. It's per usual. And then I played that Donkey Kong game. I got Injustice 2,
Oh,
the
sweet.
Legendary Collection or whatever
Yeah.
that has the turtles on it and everything, but I haven't had a chance to play it yet.
You're not gonna play it.
You'll play it.
We should
no,
bust that out.
it's not
Come
true. It's
on,
not true.
dude, we should
He's not
try
true.
that.
He's going to play it when I'm done painting your shit.
Nah, dude, we should bust that out.
Oh, that's about the same time when Gambit's gonna come out.
We were just playing
I'm
it.
down. It's just time. Time is the problem. It's the
Play it
problem.
right now after the show.
Right, but see, by the time I finish it, I'm going to feed the kids.
Yeah,
I'm gonna, like it's always something.
Pesky children. You know how many toys we can get from the
What
money.
did you guys think of
black market sell
the
children.
split between Luke and Claire?
And
the fact that Luke-
Spoilers.
I mean, that's early on.
Yeah, it is.
I'm okay with it because I don't want them two together.
Yeah, I am too. I thought that. See that's like kind of the bullshit with that whole season, like where Luke is at in this mentally. Like I don't feel like at this point in time he should be such a schmuck with his powers. You know what I mean? Like getting all angry and out of control.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then
it seemed very forced for a way to get her get out of here.
and then
You know what I
afterward,
mean?
it seemed like she didn't really matter to him almost.
Yeah.
Like she was trying to stay at Misty's right away in the same episode. I was like, really?
Yeah,
I thought they were supposed to be together, and if they're not,
he's kind of
then
flirting with the
daughter.
Yeah, Mariah's daughter.
Yeah. At the,
Well,
at
I
the-
think
at the shop.
I really think he wanted to stay with Misty because he wanted a place to sleep.
Yeah, that's true, but that's
Yeah.
not. It could be interpreted another way.
Sure,
easily.
but I think
Yeah,
that
motherfucker, get a hotel room.
I think he
man.
got
Yeah,
tired.
get a hotel.
But he's
man.
probably he's got money issues.
Yeah,
I hear you.
You know,
Yeah.
like I'm good.
but
with
he
all
could
that.
even sleep at the barbershop, which is where he ends up. But still,
yes. Well, you know, but like, and the other thing, I do like Misty's daughter. I like her whole arc.
Tilda.
Yeah, Tilda.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mariah's daughter.
Matilda.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mariah's daughter. Yeah.
I like the fact that Bushmaster has to go to her for some stuff.
Yep.
That's cool.
So you're in episode
8 or so.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
We'll talk about it
Misty's arm's kind of bullshit, bro.
I dig it so far.
No,
It's-
I like it.
It's kind of bullshit.
I dig it so far.
I don't know. They've got much better arms in that world. Much better arms. It's like a bullshit glove.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like it's budget. I get it.
I hear you.
Yeah, they can only show it once in a while, like when the sleeve gets
Well, it's a sleeve.
taken
Like it's
off.
literally a glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
sleeve
know-
that comes off.
So I'm okay.
I hear you. I hear you. Oh, come on, man.
When it shows the full robot arm, I think it looks cool.
Yeah, I do too. But I mean, it's literally.
It looks
I mean,
like-
the
it looks like
costume
bad-
of it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a glove.
Yeah.
It
You know,
looks
but-
like bad cosplay.
But I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
And
with that.
the problem
the
is
whole entire Netflix universe looks like bad cosplay.
yeah. The bad part is like I wouldn't mind it like in actions, but they seem to do a lot of focusing on it. Like one time she's like, you know, and it's like
I feel like they don't do focusing on it during fight sequences, but they do focusing on it when it's
yeah,
little.
and looks like thick and chunky as
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Because it's just her hand in a fucking glove, which is,
I understand.
which is fine.
You mean they didn't amputate her?
No. But I mean, like it's not a digital arm.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to be a digital.
Yeah,
arm.
but I don't. I mean, I get it.
In the fight
yeah.
scenes, I think it's digital, but that's probably all they can afford.
it's a money thing, and that's fine.
I hear you. And the not for nothing though, the fight scenes, with the exception of Bushmaster, the fight scenes, a lot of them have been fucking trash. They have like skipped out on the budget since apparently Daredevil season 3 must have all the fight scene budgets.
I'll tell you,
Because-
like I haven't really been over impressed with any fight scene in
since
Marvel.
since that Daredevil one.
Is that the
hallway
staircase
scene?
one?
Yeah.
Even that one is like it's fine. It
No,
doesn't
it's
blow
amazing.
me away.
It's amazing.
I think-
it's amazing.
I like both.
Does-
of
I
think it's pretty
seasons
good.
for Daredevil.
Huh?
It's
Yeah,
pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
I don't dislike it.
No,
but
there's a hallway scene and the stair scene. The hallway scene is the one when he's in the black and like it doesn't cut.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
full.
Yeah.
I think I'm more excited with the shot than the choreography of it, though.
I mean, just everything, the totality of that scene is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like-
It doesn't wow me, but I don't. I'm not watching these shows for that reason. Like
I mean, neither am
I'm
I.
not saying
but
you
I
are.
gotta
I'm just
suspend
saying, like,
disbelief.
I want good character stuff, and
Yeah.
I've only gotten that in Daredevil season 2 and Punisher,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, even the Punisher's choreography was amazing.
No, I'm talking about.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not-
character-
I'm
the
specifically
character
talking-
beats, yeah.
I'm specific. Like, there's a couple times where Luke Cage is like picking up motherfuckers to pile drive them. That's a lot of dude. When you could take a 400-pound tire and throw it across a football field, a 400-pound tire, I'm not picking anybody up to pile drive them in a fight. I'm just going. That's what he should just do. Just
Well, he
say-
does that a lot.
He does
He
the
should do that
quick
with-
knockout.
He should do that with everybody.
Yeah, but then
If
people
there's-
would complain about that too.
You know what? I like it.
but people would.
But I mean, the pile driver shit's a little much.
Because I actually don't like when he's fighting Bushmaster, when it's like all like the kicks and the this and that. I'm like, get it out of here. Like, you know, I just
The
want him
dance
to be,
fight style?
I just want him to be scrappy. Like, this isn't Anakin and Obi-Wan. You got to relax.
Yeah. I mean, Luke's is probably a talented fighter.
But
You know.
It's
Maybe boxing- maybe boxing-wise.
I mean, ironically, he's not the one doing those moves. It's Bushmaster. that's doing
Bushmaster,
those
but
moves.
Bushmaster,
yeah.
I think, has been more of a martial artist from the
Yeah,
beginning.
I'm all. Into
I'm
that.
not on board.
The capoeira.
I want a
The
scrappy-
capoeira stuff.
I want a scrappy
makes
fight.
sense for his character, I think.
I don't know.
I want a scrappy fight. All that flips and get out of here. And the moment I see somebody do a flip in the street for real is the moment that I'll think that that's okay. Don't ground this shit in the streets of Harlem and then have this dude doing backflips.
Well, that's not where he's from, though. I mean,
I've never seen it on the streets of Kingston either.
yeah,
You've never been to Kingston, though.
But I've seen video footage.
they can practice capoeira in the streets.
I think it's Brazil, right? Anyway,
Yeah, it's Brazilian.
continue.
I think that's. I mean, I got some toys and stuff, and I think that's pretty much it.
Anything good?
This Obi-Wan looks great.
It does look pretty good. Now, does the outer cloak come off?
It might, but you wouldn't want to do that because it's sleeves.
Because I was looking under the skirt there, and he's got like the full costume all the way up.
Yeah,
even
yeah.
the shirt,
This is probably
the old
reused
Obi-Wan.
stuff.
Yeah,
but it's fine. I think this looks great.
yeah, I like it.
And that's it. I got the Luke Hot Toys. I got some odds and ends, but all in all, that's been about it.
All right, Joe, what about you? How was your nerd week in Japan?
Japan was fucking amazing as usual.
Yeah,
Looking forward to going back next year. Of course, came right back home to overtime.
yeah.
Worked 6 days last week, and we'll work 6 days this week. Also,
There you go.
I was hung with Bobby on Monday. Went to an IKEA trip. That was cool.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, like that we solved the world's
Yep.
problems.
Yeah, we solved racism a couple months ago, and we solved poverty this week. So we're good.
So we got to think about something for next time because we're going to run out of world problems before we know it.
Taxes. You solve taxes.
We're going to put the cashiers as the ones responsible for how government spends their budget money.
I like
Yes.
it. Sounds like a plan.
And I finished Voltron. Season
Oh
6.
yeah.
See, Voltron was 6 episodes is fine for an arc.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
why
really good.
does Marvel feel like they have to have 12 episodes?
I would
don't know.
imagine it's some contract. I don't know.
But
what
if
to say.
somebody decided what to put in the contract.
Yeah, but I would much rather have 6 episodes, wait a month or two, and give me 6 more episodes of a whole new story
too.
arc.
Yeah, I think
Me
that'd be
too.
good.
But
So.
those 6 episodes have to be on the money.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
having this conversation recently
Oh, yeah.
with all this Kanye music that's been coming out. They put out like 4 or 5 albums back to back.
Yeah.
Push's album, Kid Cudi, Nas, Kanye, 4 albums. Or Tiana Taylor, like some R&B chick that he has that I'm not up on. But he put
Continue.
5 albums out back to back over the course of 5 weeks.
Okay.
And each one of them has 7 songs on them.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's cool. But if you're going to release a 7-song album, everyone has to be a 10, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
I would agree with you because it was a CD thing. I'd agree with you. But if you're paying per song now,
Yeah, but most people aren't paying per song now.
yeah. But I mean, like, was it next month Best Buy stopped selling CDs?
Yeah, no, I'm not. This isn't a CD versus that. This is people stream. That's what people do now.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
but-
people stream entire albums.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're going to stream, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to stream it or you're going to buy just the 7 songs and it's a lower price point, I can I could get behind that. It's not like I'm buying a half-filled CD. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not against 7 songs.
Okay.
I'm saying if you're putting out a limited song album,
Okay.
then you should make sure that those 7 songs are all top tier.
You don't think it should be the same
I think
ratio that most CDs are?
No.
Anyway?
I think if you got 20 songs and you got 5 to 6 that are filler, it's like, okay, that's fine. But if you've got 7 songs,
all right, it's 25%.
if you've got 7 songs, they need to be knockouts.
Okay, so 2 of them couldn't be bad.
Yeah, but it's not if it's not a matter of bad,
Okay.
it's a matter of not being fine. There's a lot of fine.
Okay, so 2 can't be fine.
2 can be fine, but that's not what it is.
Okay, how many are fine?
At least half.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you that. If half of it's
It's
garbage,
just like quantity
yeah.
over quality.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna
my question is, I'm not arguing with you. My question is it the same ratio that it's historically been around with most albums?
well, historically, when albums are smaller cataloged,
yeah.
they're better songs.
Okay. All right. I don't know.
Well, singles have to be hits, right?
Yeah, I mean, like if you think about it, each album is supposed to have 3 singles.
Yeah.
Like that's an industry standard.
Okay.
So you're supposed to be almost halfway there.
Now,
in
most
terms
albums-
of top 10 songs.
Now, most albums are 15 tracks, right?
I mean, I don't
12
know.
to 15 average.
I mean, some.
If anybody should fucking know, you
I
should
don't.
fucking know.
I've never thought.
Jesus
I've
Christ.
never thought about what the average. I think 15 is a safe number.
Okay. All right.
It's a bit high.
It maybe 13. Let's say.
All right. I'm just trying to crack this mathematically.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's if I took all of my albums that I have in that other room and I cut them down to 7 songs, I'd have 5,000 albums that are 10 times better than the shit he's been putting out. And that's not to say that what he's been putting out is trash. It's just
Not good enough.
not good enough for 7 songs.
How many? So, out of all 5 albums, how many good songs do you think there are?
I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to answer that question. I had to really go back and listen to them. I think that Push has the best one.
Okay.
And Push has probably 4 like top 10 out of 10 songs, and then 3 that are fine.
Okay.
But there are some where I've been like, oh, this is trash. This is trash. This is fine. This is fine.
So, and let me start. I'm ignorant. So, Kanye did all the music for all
the
of them?
production.
All the production. So he did Push and Drake.
No, not Drake.
Oh, okay.
Push, Kid
Okay.
Cudi, Nas. Which like the Nas album, everybody's been joking about because like it sounds like Nas recorded it and then Kanye was like, meh, and went back and changed all the beats. So like the words don't seem like they quite fit the tracks. On the
Really?
album. Like
Really?
on Joe Budden's podcast, it's been pretty funny. This guy Maul is like, he's like, dude, Nas the only guy getting a phone call like, hey man, you fucking with your album? Anyway, I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
6 episode shows.
Yeah, 6-episode show. It's Voltron. It was good. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I mean, you can stop there, I guess, but
What do you
obviously
think
it's gonna be
happened to-
more.
Yeah. What do you think happened? No. Yeah. Because they're
Because
That's
the witch is still around.
56 episodes and they have 72 contract.
Yeah. It's
I
up to
have-
72, so
Yeah.
Okay.
they're still have at least season 7. They're going to debut at SDCC this year.
Really?
They said they're going to show a clip of the first episode.
Which is
Oh,
in a
sweet.
couple of weeks, right? Three
yeah,
weeks?
yeah. I think
They've
it's
been
like 3
kicking
weeks.
out that fucking Voltron shit.
That
like
I love it, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
Give me more, man. That's the greatest '80s remake I've ever seen.
Yeah, I might. Yes,
Well,
yes.
I like the He-Man too. They
Yeah.
did in the 2000s.
And
I'd
the
say
fact-
that's
yeah,
probably the second best.
but the
The
He-Man,
Thundercats was good too, man.
yeah, I haven't seen that.
Thundercats, I haven't seen, but the He-Man is good. But they've knocked out so much so quickly.
Yes,
I mean, that's got to, and everything's quality. The character
now-
development's quality.
Yeah.
They've
Animation.
tied the
Yeah.
animation's top notch. The story is top notch. They've gone back and laid really deep groundwork, and they come back and closed all of those loops for you. So yeah, I'm really. I mean, that needs to be the template. Whatever whoever that team is who's doing Voltron.
if they're doing She-Ra like they say they're doing, that's
Yeah,
the template
yeah.
they need to follow.
yeah, I mean, and then maybe get some He-Man out of that.
Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
wonder
sure they'll
if-
do He-Man
Yeah.
too because I think it's
Because
the
they
same
reboot
studio.
He-Man again.
Well, I don't think they'll reboot it. I think they'll tie the She-Ra to the 2000s.
to the
I think
He-Man
so,
that was
too.
out
I-
before.
that would be
because
my
I
guess.
think it's the same studio.
Are we gonna get some She-Ra?
I think it'd be a
Man.
smart move to tie it.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
very smart because that had a lot of fans.
Yeah, because they could pick up that He-Man right
you
off.
pick-
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What did you think of the role playing episode? Because I know.
Oh, it was great.
yeah. I
awesome.
thought that was an interesting,
Yeah. Yeah.
a quick episode to
Yep.
do in between the story.
Yeah, I loved
Well,
it.
the only thing is, I like it. I like
Yeah.
it, and especially since I like D&D.
Yeah.
But my only thing is, like, in a 6-episode season, like, you have a half
Yeah, that-
episode filler.
That was
That's
a
a-
filler episode, definitely.
But it's interesting. I liked it.
Yeah, but season 6 and season 5 are well, I guess you had the big. No, you had the big climax in the season 5 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I do believe.
I think it's like what he said. It's the
low
same
door,
thing with
yeah.
the album. If you're gonna have 6
You can't
episodes,
have-
you can't have any fillers.
But I thought
if
that
you
was
have 12
I thought that
episodes,
was good.
you can have a filler.
I
It's
agree.
good, but it's
Yeah.
still a filler. It
Yeah.
had nothing to do with.
Yeah, it was definitely an aside to lengthen it a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to
But
go
they've
back.
done that before in other seasons when they were longer. Like they did the mall episode early on,
Yep.
which
They
was
did two-
cool.
They did 2 mall episodes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cool, but that was when the season was longer too.
That's true.
So-
That's true. I guess that's the only season. Like, was it every episode you see Voltron form like twice or some shit?
No, not necessarily.
I mean, like back in the day, that was like. The,
Oh yeah. In the old
Yeah.
series,
Episode.
yeah.
Yeah.
You had to form at least once, or
And it's like it's like the same formula with any of those gimmicky shows, like the Incredible Hulk. You always saw,
Yeah.
you saw him turn Incredible Hulk twice at least. You know?
yeah.
So, but yeah. Anyway, continue. Do you think? What do you think of Prince?
Charming.
No.
Lotor?
Valiant.
Lotor. There he is.
Valiant.
I want to call him Lojack.
I don't
Prince
know why.
Lojack.
I don't know why everyone's surprised that he's a shitbag.
No, I was totally expecting
no,
that.
I'm sorry. What do you think happened to him? You think he's still alive? I think he's gone.
He's probably gonna come back.
Yeah, I have a feeling he'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's gonna be like part fucking crystals or something like
Yeah.
that. It forms the anime formula.
All right.
Because I'm trying to think of what other villains were in the original series besides Hagar and
And she's like half healed now.
yeah,
She's still
Well, she's
pretty-
with it now
She-
mentally. She's regained her memories or something.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
regained her
her identity.
identity.
but she still has all those powers.
Yeah,
So like,
Right.
this makes her more powerful.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, continue, Joe.
Keep watching. I don't know what episode I'm on. Maybe 400, something like that. I'm nowhere near caught up watching One Piece. They're in episode 900 something now.
Jesus, dude.
But
Jesus.
And they're
still
half
great.
an hour-
Still great.
half
It's,
an
it's
hour
fucking.
episodes?
They're 20. Yeah. Well, really, it's like 16 minutes if you really like cut out the intros.
Oh,
the
wow,
outro.
it's not even the 22.
No,
Wow.
I mean it is, but if you
Cut out
you
the-
cut out intro,
okay.
cut out outro, and cut out the recap episode. I mean the recap in the beginning is always
Previously.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But a lot of like I find anime shows there's like story in the intro and outro because they frequently
Yes,
change.
yeah. So like at the very end, like at the end of episode, sometimes even after the outro, there's like a little clip, almost
yeah.
like Marvel movies or whatever. But it's always been that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 20 years strong. Like it's still like the
Wow.
most popular fucking thing over there.
Really?
One Piece.
Wow. Never stop. Same artist, same author. Still,
Wow.
yeah, I like that. And a couple of things that's like has to do with nerd stuff that I want to talk about. Firstly, I know where we're talking about collections, and you're like money well spent on this Bruticus that you don't even want.
Right.
So I've been unpacking from Japan. Like we buy a shit ton of stuff every time. And I love all the stuff we get.
Japan.
But now I'm moving stuff around the shelf and like looking at the stuff I have, and I'm like, I don't care for a lot of it.
Wow.
That's what I was
It's
feeling.
an
man.
eye opening.
I'm gonna sell some of the shit that's still have in
Well,
box.
but my problem is like, first of all, like I feel like maybe I wasted money on some of the stuff because I was just in on the hype. Like a lot of my Deadpool stuff, I'm like, oh, I want to get all the Deadpool stuff. But I'm like, why the fuck I have Deadpool socks? I don't understand.
I don't even wear
I
socks.
don't wear them. But I have them, and I have like 8 Deadpool shirts that they're not they're not on display.
You don't wear shirts either.
I don't
Yeah.
wear shirts either.
You need a Deadpool
Tank
wife
top.
beater.
Tank
yeah.
top, right? But
I suppose you don't have 5 of those.
You only have like 8 tank tops, correct?
8, yeah,
Wow. First try.
for 2 years.
Dude, you definitely need like 5 Deadpools.
He's been watching. He's been watching the design.
There's one. There's one just in case something goes wrong during the week, and he's got to wear one twice. There's, 2 different ones. If it gets wet or
But
tomato sauce.
I want to get rid
Raw
of some
egg.
of this stuff.
Raw egg is
Dude, raw egg doesn't get out. Shit, man. You're done for the day if you have raw egg on you.
It's egg on your face, Joe.
That sounds like something Matt would say.
I think what you call
What
it?
did he say?
No, Lenny said it. Lenny said it. We were talking because he was like, Lenny, what would you do if you like fell out of love for Transformers? And he was like, well, Matt, I have this big tattoo on my back of all Transformers, so I guess that would be egg on my face.
Dude, he made up a.
Never mind.
Matt made up a word. He was trying to say presume.
Oh yeah, presume.
And he said
This is
presume.
when you do the P thing on SCU, it's like presume.
it's so hilarious, dude.
Laughed at
I was wrecking my car. I was listening to it. I was going down the road. It was hilarious.
That episode got away from us. To be honest with you, that episode got away from us.
Most of it was really good.
It was perceived very well. Surprised you didn't break up
It went to the little-
Pachycephalosaurus.
It went to the little left. I had a lot going on that night.
Well, you were trying to get laid because you were watching your wife on the trampoline.
That's definitely true. That's definitely true. I was distracted.
It's not a secret. You said it.
I was distracted. Yeah. She was looking good on that trampoline.
And so I don't know how to get rid of all that stuff. I don't want to just trash it.
Yeah.
But it's fucking trash. Like
Dude,
I can't sell it.
Facebook sell it, man.
Like I don't
I don't know if
it's
you're
not
gonna be
even
able to sell
worth it.
Deadpool socks. That might be tricky.
Well, I wouldn't sell your socks. That's gross.
And I have two you know, the IKEA bags, the blue. I don't wear them.
Yeah.
I have two full IKEA bags of Transformers. I don't give a fuck about.
Really?
Which one? Like,
There's some alternator stuff. A lot of movie stuff. It's the chug stuff.
you can sell that.
Hey,
stuff.
nothing that you would want, Bob.
You can sell that stuff if you come to New Jersey with me.
What alternator stuff do you
Just
have?
give them away. Buy some of Bobby's shit. I'll give you a Transformer.
Dude, I might be interested in some of the alternator stuff.
Hey, if
Okay,
you
see what you got.
bring me those bags, I'll take them up there and I'll say, hey, for every purchase you get.
Hey, no joke. If I have a Hercules in there.
Really?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about it. So yeah, and it's just taking up shelf space. I can't bring 5 suitcases worth of toys from Japan every year. And
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna
suitcases, man.
You're
Holy
gonna.
shit.
I mean, we already know that house is not going to hold for much longer.
So-
Dude, you want to buy my house? Much bigger than yours.
you've been saying it for a while.
Dude, wow. Dude, I want to downsize, man.
You keep saying that, but you keep
I
saying
wanna
you're painting
downsize.
more shit.
I know.
You need a bat cave underneath like a
See,
smaller
I
house.
I need a smaller house so I don't have any more room for anything else.
That's my strategy.
You need
Just
a big- you need a bigger
but your
house.
You guys
strategy's failing.
just
I
open
have
swap.
gotten rid of
Just
stuff.
open swap places.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of stuff.
Actually, that would help me out with my drive. You want to swap houses?
Swap houses.
Yeah.
Dude, my job
House
would
swap.
be terrible. I'm already 2 hours away from one of my jobs.
Dude, stop crying.
But if it's a robot or a mecha, it needs to be a figure with articulation. If it's a person,
It needs to be a statue.
it needs to be
Or
a statue.
vinyl.
Dude, like I was
Oh.
looking at your X-Men,
Interesting.
Yeah.
your Legends stuff, and I'm like, do you see the Kotobukiya, the PVC, the vinyl statues?
Yeah.
Like that 90s cartoon X-Men team would look, I think, great compared to the figures.
Not if I do what I want to do.
Well, yes, I know what you're doing. But I'm just saying.
No, whoa, time out. Now, if you do what you're going to do.
Yeah, I mean,
That display idea is fantastic, dude.
But
it's
for
going
most,
to take
most
it's
normal
going to take
shelves,
commitment from a lot of people, and I don't know if people can commit to it.
for normal shelves, if you want an X-Men cartoon team on your shelf that looks good, I think the PVC statues will look better
I agree, but it doesn't. I mean, for me, it doesn't give me all the characters I want.
for now.
Yeah,
Or,
but, I mean,
right. That's the thing, because you want all those comic book characters,
Right.
and they're only
Yeah.
putting out like a team.
right.
But I guess for someone like me, I don't. Okay, this is a
It's
weird
fine. It's just
Care as
something
much.
stupid.
Like if I wanted to start collecting Star Wars, I would get those PVC figures. They look great
Yeah, but I don't know.
compared to like the not the 1/6, but the 1/12.
I don't know if I agree.
Well, you like the joints and all that shit.
No, I don't
rather-
like. I mean, I don't like them, but like, I think that the faces on the newer Black Series and the faces on the SH Figuarts blow the fucking art FX out of the water.
I don't know. I think I just prefer that.
You got to look
Maybe
at
it's
those
just
faces.
me.
The droids and shit, killer.
So I want to get
Troopers, killer.
I want to get rid of all my figures, like non-statue figures, other than Sensei stuff, because that's a different category.
So is Tyler correct? Is it going to something else now?
No,
Are you,
still,
are you
I like
ready for the
statues.
next?
I'm still.
I don't
like,
know, but
because
statues is at the higher tier.
Most of what I bought back from Japan were vinyl figures, like non-posable, like non-movable, no articulation, but they look good, and I like.
You
that.
like them for the sculpt and the
Yeah.
paint.
And yeah, and the scope is great. And if you like a particular character, usually they're popular. They make tons of them, so you can
Yeah, so you get multiple
and different
versions.
Poses,
Yeah,
you don't need to
yeah.
pose your figures.
Yeah.
How often do you fucking pose your figures anyway? Other than when they take a shelf dive,
Once a year.
you repose all of them once a year.
Not all of them, but a
But-
lot of them. When I go through and do my dusting,
Yeah.
like I'll change them up for the year.
Yeah, but otherwise you're not playing with them.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, that's
I can't
what,
be vroom vrooming all over the place, Joe. I got shit to do.
Player Sky I'll keep. I like Player Sky,
Mm-hmm.
but other than that, I don't think I want to keep any figures.
But before you do anything, that Song of the South's got to go.
Look, it's getting pushed further and further down away.
I know, dude.
It's next to Crazy Toys.
I know, well, I'll tell you.
Crazy Toys is the birthday
I'll tell
present,
you,
man.
The Crazy Toys is much better than that fucking Carnage. That Carnage is trash.
That's not true at all.
No, I totally disagree.
Yeah, so do I.
No way.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
That Carnage?
That Carnage looks fucking perfect.
That Carnage looks dead on like
dumb.
stepped out of the page of the
Dumb.
comic.
Look at a dumb comic.
But eventually, I mean, it's gotta go, man.
That Wolverine looks like the most unnatural thing in the world.
That's the best part.
It looks like he's just about to do something.
Exactly.
kind of like that Luke's face.
He's like, hold up, I'm getting ready to sneeze and freeze.
With my claws out.
It's glorious.
Yeah.
But they're gonna go. I mean, he's only got so many detops.
Yeah, no. The Song of the South, that's not their final resting place. That's a fact. And neither is Crazy Toys.
Whoa.
He's just putting those to keep it under
Crazy
Joe's
Toys.
skin.
Crazy Toys' final resting place is not behind glass, sir. If you
Is
think
it
it
gonna be
is,
in a
you are
bin?
mistaken.
Is it gonna be in a bin?
No, it'll be on a shelf somewhere.
How dare you, sir?
With the Marvel stuff?
No, actually, I'm gonna get a shelf that will mount on the wall right over there.
Yeah, that's fine. Put it back in there somewhere.
It'll be
Crazy
right
Toys.
between the poster of Joe and the whiteboard. That little nook, that little space right there.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
That'll
he
work.
sees it every day when he goes to review.
Every day.
Yeah, no problem.
I want that Crazy Toy to be the new. What is the yellow Lambo that you use?
Oh, Tiger Tracks.
Here he is next to
you can use
Crazy
it to compare
Toy.
with your
I'm
160.
and here it is next to Crazy Toys.
Yep.
But all of it. Like, here's Bumblebee next to Crazy Toys.
Yep. That's right. Can we make that happen? Can we make that dream
Yeah,
reality?
yeah. If you
It's
get
your
them on a
channel. You
shelf,
can do whatever you
yeah.
want.
Tiger Tracks on one
'Cause when
side,
you do
Crazy
that-
Toys on the other.
Bam, 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 bam. Like when you do like the
Yeah,
quick,
yeah.
always happens.
No, I gotta find another Crazy Toy. Something. Because Wolverine's getting a little lonely in that shelf.
Once a Christmas, every Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, at one point you're gonna have to do two per shelf, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're prepared for that.
Yeah.
All right. I think 3 is too much.
No, I think 3 is the max.
Junky. No, 3 is too junky.
No, 3 is the max.
Depends if they go together.
Yeah, because I'm happy with some of the 3s that are out there.
Yeah, if they go
Oh,
together.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it depends on who
With
the characters are
The droid
and the pose.
maybe.
But yeah, I think that it's just like anything else. It's that enjoyment again. It's what you're getting enjoyment out of if you've got it. But I mean, I don't even know what figures you have. Like when I'm, that aren't mech.
I love comic book stuff. I love Deadpool stuff. I have some X-Men stuff too.
Do you?
Yeah, I have Storm and Colossus.
From what line?
Magneto. I don't know.
The old Toy
Marvel
Biz stuff.
Select?
Apparently
I
some
don't know.
junky line.
Marvel.
I mean, some of that Marvel selection is basically a statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You can move the arm.
The only Marvel,
Yeah.
the only Marvel Select I'm keeping are the Deadpool ones because they're still in bubble wrap or whatever.
Oh,
Clamp
still
shell.
in.
Yeah, clamshell.
Yeah, I just put them on.
You're like, I took them out and wrapped them in bubble wrap. And then put 'em-
Put it back in the package, taped it back up.
Oh man.
Yeah, and the last thing I want to say is like, after coming back from Japan, I've been making a point to sleep at least 7 hours a night,
Really?
Wow.
7 to 8 hours,
How's
because
that
it was
been?
easy to adjust my sleep schedule after I come back. It's fucking amazing. I feel great.
Yeah.
Like I feel so much more energetic.
I have a hard time staying asleep for 7 hours.
Dude.
I know that's a
Yeah,
problem.
I have a
You have
hard
a,
time
kind of a
too.
sleep issue. Not that you don't want to sleep, it's just you can't.
I
But like I've been waking up to going to work, like feeling fine. I don't feel groggy or dragging ass out of bed. I just get
Yeah,
up
right.
and go to work.
Speaking of crazy health stuff, I'll talk to you about it later, but I've been doing intermittent fasting for about a week.
That makes it easier to lose weight.
Yeah, I mean,
Really,
I just
doesn't
been
How long?
for 16 hours.
16. Wow.
Yeah.
I've only done 12.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's not much. If you sleep for 8,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
yeah,
sure.
I just been skipping
skip
dinner.
breakfast.
But you know what
mainly.
I've noticed? I'm like getting up and I'm like as soon as I wake up in
Yes.
the morning.
Yep.
It's crazy
Yep.
because I've been getting up early as fuck. And why I started doing is I was getting up early, and then I was eating right away.
Yeah, it's not
Right?
And then it's drag ass.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was like. Man, I'm eating like 3 o'clock in the
Like,
morning
it's
when I
one of
wake. I
those-
wake up at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's one of those
So-
lies they've been telling you when you grew up. Like, oh, breakfast is the most important part of the day.
Yeah.
No, that's fucking cereal company telling you that.
Yeah, that's true. They fucking lied to me, Joe.
And also, like,
They
it's
lied to
easier
me
to
with
diet
their
because you
little
can eat more
presents
later.
and gifts in the middle of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just do intermittent fasting inadvertently just because I like to eat a big dinner.
Mm-hmm. No.
But so sleep is good, and I'm stopping. I've been using the red filter
Yeah.
on the foam.
Yep.
That helps, and I turn off all notifications of my alarm.
Get your light bulbs. You can get the Edison light bulbs that are more redshift.
Oh, on my bathroom lights are that. Yeah. And I'm gonna stop fucking looking on Facebook before bed.
Yep.
Like I have no problem with Facebook during the day or during work or even just scrolling through because I'm just like passing time a little bit and just seeing pictures and stuff. But at night, I actually pay more attention and I read stuff, and it's just fucking...
Yeah, it messes with your
I don't know
mind.
if it's just lately or has always been like this, but it's so fucking negative. It puts me in a shit mood to sleep.
It's funny, man. Like, where I'm working at now, because I've switched jobs a couple times, you can't bring your phone in, right?
Okay.
And you can't have your smartwatch.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, dude, it's amazing how... I'm perfectly aware that I'm addicted to social media. Mm-hmm. And if it wasn't for this podcast, I would get rid of Facebook. Facebook is the only thing. Like even Instagram, I just take pictures of my art. You know what I mean? So I don't use it to talk or whatever. So like this is literally
just look at pictures.
Yeah, but I don't look at anybody else's pictures except Nerd Rage. Check out Nerd Rage.
Just want to look at your own picture. Just
no. I mean, sometimes you know what it is. You know what it is? It's a fucking tit drop, man.
Oh yeah,
I was on the fucking what is the one, the Pinterest with the tit drop for like a week. All I do is staring at tits. That's like what is this, like a kid with a candy in a candy store? But like I do want to try now because I've kind of weaned myself off it during the day. But it's funny, I do feel like I have to play catch up. So I get there and like, fuck.
So I spend when I wake up in the morning.
I was scrolling at it, dude, man.
Yeah, I don't do that shit.
Yeah, and it's
the only scrolling I do is on Instagram because it weeds out a lot of the negativity.
Yes, that's why I said during the day I don't read anything. I just scroll just to look for pictures or the memes. But at night I have time to actually read. So like instead I just read something interesting, like read about nerdy shit. Like,
all I see on Instagram is art, butts, and toys.
Yeah,
and it's perfect.
So my wife's iPhone just kind of shit the bed, and she got to send it away to get it fixed. She activated an older one, but she's thinking about just getting, like, we're still making payments on our smartphones. It fucking sucks. Like, I've had mine replaced. And
that's the new thing.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but it's like they shouldn't be breaking in less than a year, you know? So, like, I think that the next time I got to upgrade or something happens to my phone, I'm just going to get a flip phone, man. Whatever the flip phone is.
You've been saying that for a while.
I know.
But
like,
you won't do it, dude. It's too ingrained in society.
I'm still paying for my smartphone. I can't get rid of it. I'm still paying for it.
You're always going to be paying for your smartphone.
No,
like, that's
I
how
don't.
They're doing. But I mean, that's where the marketing is going.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Like, because I when I upgrade, it's always 2 generations older. So like I pay $100 and I buy my phone and that's it. And it's just as good as the current generation. 2 generations ago and now it's no fucking difference.
Right.
So be smart.
Maybe. Can't unlock your phone with your face, Joe. That's what I'm trying to say.
Gosh,
and so it's worth that fucking payment. It's
I
so worth
don't want
to
unlock my phone with my face.
I don't ever either.
I don't either.
It's gonna break my phone if I try to do that.
It's fucking dumb.
I'm still kind of pissed my phone doesn't have an audio jack, but I use my wireless.
Yeah, that fucking irritates me as well.
Yeah.
But it's love your Apple shit.
Yeah, no, but that doesn't mean that I love everything Apple does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my nerd week.
Month.
I haven't been on here for like a month, so I just want to talk.
How long have
to
you been
guys.
in Japan? 2 weeks. Tight.
2 weeks and at least like 3 dozen raw eggs.
Oh yeah, jeez.
How much? If you don't mind, how much did the trip cost you? You don't mind me asking.
The flight is zero.
Everything.
The flight is zero.
I
You had
credit card points.
Oh, okay.
So it's free
Wow,
flight for
that's
3 years
awesome
in a row.
because usually that's expensive.
70,000 points will get you a round trip.
Wow.
So that means you spent $70,000 on your credit card.
No, it's point.
I don't know how they work, bro. It's
You're the white guy here.
So
Hey.
You're the Asian. You're good with numbers.
You see who the real racist is, Joe? Just because my credit score is so good. Think I know about
I just got my
points?
credit score. I'm at 805. I'm like,
Nice,
oh, shit,
man.
nice.
Holy
I
shit!
think the highest
Wow.
is like 830 right now or some shit like that.
I've never been that high.
The bank,
I don't know.
BB&T told me. They were surprised. I'm like, you're so young. I'm like, well, I'm Asian.
I got into a big beef with Verizon this week. Speaking of communications.
Hold on one second. How much did the whole trip there, like the hotel and the food and everything?
Estimated.
Without buying toys. No toys.
Oh, no toys.
No toys, yeah.
Just food and hotel.
Yeah.
1,500 maybe.
Oh, it's not bad. 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Cheaper than
And
going
I
to
ate
Disney World.
five meals
Yeah.
a day. 5 fucking meals a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
You look kind of chunky in your
I am.
pictures.
I've
Chunky.
lost.
Joe
I've
looks
lost,
perfect.
I gained 12 pounds in 2 weeks. I weighed myself before and weighed myself after, and I've lost 5 of those pounds
fat,
so
dude.
far.
You're so fat right now.
I need to.
That's because you quit eating raw eggs 3 times a day.
Fucking
So
gross.
nutritious.
Joe, come back.
So gross.
Oh, he's going to throw up again. Look what you've done now.
Hey man, that was 10 years ago.
How much do you spend on toys then?
$1,000.
That's $2,500 the whole trip for 2 weeks.
Yeah, Christos
bad.
spent $2,000 on toys
Damn.
and $1,000 on food.
Showed you up, bro.
How much
She always
was
says she has more disposable income than me. I pay all the fucking bills.
the hooker?
I didn't get a hooker this year because I didn't have time.
Just messing with you, dude.
I was too many activities and
Too many joys to mess with the hooker.
I mean, you went to the Tokyo Toy Show, which is pretty crazy.
Oh, you did?
just
Oh,
happened to
that's
be
cool.
there.
Yeah,
We just
why don't you
happened to be
fucking
there.
speak up about
Yeah,
that?
what? That is
Jesus.
cool.
That was
I
Joe.
know.
Joe, check it out. We have this podcast. We have to talk about this nerdy shit in detail, experiences we've had. Maybe, I've been here for a while, but
Dude, Bandai is fucking huge. I forgot how
wow.
much Bandai. I didn't even think about how much Bandai towers over Takara Tomy and Hasbro
Really?
over there. Their display and their amount of toys is completely different. And how small Transformers is. Transformer had this shared a display space with Diaclone.
really?
Wow.
Because that's the other big thing that Takara's putting energy into right now is that reverb of dialogue.
And they're in the same
Now,
shelf. Like,
is it Diaclone like ships that turn into robots?
yeah, a bunch of
Diaclone,
shit
like-
that combine and turn to robots.
Classic
It looked
Diaclone.
good, but I have no connection to it.
Yeah, I feel you.
The I did learn some interesting stuff that came out of that toy show.
Which is
Hot Toys has been the distributor for Hasbro products in the East.
that's
Oh, really?
really weird.
That is very weird.
Yeah.
But because of the success of the 50-50 venture between Hasbro and Takara on their recent Transformers Masterpiece stuff, like the movie Masterpiece stuff and all of that,
Yeah.
Takara has bid out Hot Toys for it. I think Hot Toys probably like, yeah, whatever, dude. We're fine. So now Takara is the distributor for Hasbro in the East. Like Black Series, Marvel Legends, Nerf,
Wow.
all that kind of shit. Like they swapped out. But it's fucking amazing to me.
It's, international sales is interesting in itself.
Interesting. Another thing interesting about this thing is Takara. We know about KOs. It's rampant with Transformers, with Masterpiece stuff, right? Nothing's done, and everyone's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter." But like just yesterday, I think a knockoff people of
The
Bandai.
Gundam. They're running Gundam shit, right?
Yeah,
Got
it's-
shut
it's
down.
like- well, they got shut down a while ago. They videoed them breaking all the molds, literally breaking the
Wow.
fucking molds. And yesterday, I think the court judgment is like $1.9 million and like 3.5 or 4 years in jail for the knockoff people. So like
In
Bandai
Japan?
is a big boy.
Yeah,
I guess
they're not fucking around.
Yeah,
They're not playing the radio.
No, in China. That's
Yeah.
the crazy
Oh,
part.
really?
The knockoff people were in China.
Wow.
Still got them.
They raided them at night.
Yep.
Wow.
Dragon Momoko. They made knockoffs that were like identical, like
Well,
quality and everything.
And it's funny, man. So when I had my business, we had a somebody in Japan that was Japan. They had the exclusive deal for distribution, right? And we found somebody in China that was knocking off our product.
Yeah.
And they told us about it, and they paid to shut them down.
Nice.
We didn't pay
Wow.
a penny.
Then why do we still have Transformers? And this company is a third party. It's not. They don't just do knockoff for the Bandai Gundam stuff. They have their own molds too.
Oh, really?
But it doesn't matter. Everything's shut down.
Interesting.
So I wonder why Transformers or Takara doesn't
Or GW.
care?
You know?
I don't. GW is a bit hard because these are like splinter cells of recasters.
Maybe, dude. I got a tank. I got a Typhon the other day from Chris.
Yeah.
And it was packaged. In the packaging, I was like, "This is real." Like
Yeah.
I looked at the plastic, the colors and everything. It looked good. I'm like, "This has got to be a lunchtime special. It has to be."
Right.
You know.
So that's not even a recast. That's
It's
just
like
Stolen.
Yeah, it's stolen.
Um,
We would know it's stolen. Maybe they may.
Well, that's what a lunchtime
they may,
special is.
Did
they may use their own
Storm
products.
Collectibles have any presence there?
that stuff.
Okay.
I mean,
Do they
had
show
a-
any Tekken stuff besides the
Not
Yachi?
that I
Okay.
remembered. I was too taken aback by like the fucking craziness of it all. And there was a lot of kids. It's like there was a huge kids toy section, and there's a lot of kids there,
Wow.
which I'm not used to at a convention.
right. That's cool.
But there's no charge. You just walk in.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That's cool.
Wow, that is
crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
You just walk in and that's it. And you just
Have a bit of a look.
yeah.
Do they do a cosplay contest?
I wonder. If,
No, there's no cosplay.
Really? That's weird.
Really?
Too. Wow.
Cosplay
It's just
is a
turning
very
the world upside
Yeah, that's a
down.
very
It's
that's a very specific thing
It
there,
happens
but
at Comic Con, and that's about
that's
it.
it. Okay, wow.
In the same convention center. It's called the lot or something like that. It's a huge upside down pyramid. It's fucking awesome.
Okay.
I wonder if toys are so popular in Japan because so much of the post-war culture was toy manufacturing. If like it just has like, it's more of a, I don't want to say honorable profession, but you know what I mean. Like it's like
It's
culturally
manufacturing.
ingrained.
yeah.
I mean, just like the fact that cartoons, anime, whatever, cartoons is just a huge part of the culture that is accepted to be adult oriented
Yeah.
or accepted by adults. It's still got stigma here. Cartoons, like if you talk to a normie,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, depending on the
look at-
cartoon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, no bullshit. I was in a meeting today with like my boss's boss's boss. We're talking about this like crazy guy that got fired and ended up like burning his house down and whatnot.
Jeez.
But before he got fired, he got sick, and like the boss went to go visit him before he went fucking crazy. And he's like, yeah, he's in this basement. He's got like a bunch of little alien figures painted. I'm like, it's like fucking weird. Remind me not to invite you to the Christmas party.
Well, it's like
Man.
it's funny because I feel like if I go to work and I'm like, well, I just watched the new DC DVD of Batman Arkham Knight, and they're like, oh, of course you did.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the
But if
same
I go
crap
in
at
and
work.
I'm like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go see Moana. They're like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like it's just different. It's just like for whatever reason, like I haven't went through it with my wife for a while. Where like if I wanted to watch an animated straight to DVD release of a movie, she'd be like, oh, cartoons. But like if Up comes out, like we
Yeah.
got to see that
Yeah.
shit.
yeah,
That's
it's
true.
put in a different category. I guess that because that stuff is
This is family oriented and
kids movies for family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
That
mean, this
Disney
is
shit.
before kids.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Oh,
Like
okay.
it was just like
Yeah.
that is
I mean,
socially
Incredible-
acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah, Incredibles came out 14 years ago.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing.
Maybe this because it's theater release.
It's Disney. This is
That's
Disney.
it.
Disney
If
has
it's
its
Disney
own-
or Pixar, they get an automatic
Yeah,
pass
they
for
own
kid
pass.
stuff.
And Pixar used to be owned by Disney. Right?
Yeah, at one
Are
point
they
before
owned?
they. I don't think
Yeah,
they are
Pixar-
anymore.
yeah, no, they are.
Are
Pixar's,
they?
Yeah,
Okay.
Pixar's still a Disney company.
Okay. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Anything else, Joe?
No time for hookers. That's all.
Are you,
Can't win 'em all.
are you disappointed?
No, because I was busy doing like fun shit. It wasn't
Oh,
like,
hookers
oh man,
are-
I have to go do this.
Hookers own fun.
That's a chore.
Yeah, I wasn't doing any chores. I was like, oh, I have to go to this place to do this fucking thing, so I can't get a fucking hooker. It wasn't like that.
10-4. Copy.
Phil?
Phil, how was your hooker hunt?
He was asking me.
I was just curious because I've never heard anything about Japan before, as far as that's concerned. So
Hookers everywhere.
No, hookers are
But
hookers
you can't be
are
bo-
right district.
you
in
can't be
Shinjuku.
bothered because there's raw eggs to be eaten.
They chose the wrong side about 70 years ago.
hey, I wouldn't be allowed to do it anyway because I'm white.
Well, there's a couple places that serves white people that are at least legitimate. There are some that are
Very shady.
shady. Like I don't know about them. I would only go to the like well-reviewed ones. But also there's this special. One of the places, if you go between 5 a.m. and 10 a.m., it's like 25% off.
Oh man,
Really?
you get
Yeah,
the
that's
early
what-
bird special.
Yeah, the early bird special.
Yeah, that's really fucking early.
It's
bird.
the before
Let
nooner.
me fucking wake up at
Hookers,
4:30 in the morning to
hookers
go
are the
get a
Bob
hooker.
Evans of Japan.
Damn, dude, it's a lot more culture
Can
than
you-
it is here.
Can you fucking imagine that? I need me set my alarm for 4:30 so I can get a hooker for keep.
Sometimes I wonder, should sex workers be legalized?
100% yes.
Really?
Yeah,
100% yes?
100% yes.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree with it too because it would take out if it was.
I don't know because I've met a woman who when she was 14 she got like basically kidnapped and turned into a sex worker. So she would disagree with sex work.
Well, that's not the same thing.
No, that's not what I-
chosen profession.
That's the exact reason why it should be legal.
Maybe.
To stop that from happening illegally.
also, like,
I mean, I don't think that legalized sex working would necessarily stop illegal sex working.
Not 100%, but
No,
it takes,
but
it takes a
would-
big edge off.
Yeah, it would,
just like
it would
the
definitely
drug-
crimp it a
drugs,
lot.
Weed,
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, because there's a lot of places where sex working is legal, but like human trafficking is never been as rampant as it now.
To other places?
Yeah, in Europe, yeah.
No, I'm saying
absolutely.
human trafficking from that place to another place.
No, like human trafficking in Europe is a huge enterprise, and there is a lot of countries that have sex workers in Europe.
Right, but is it my question is it trafficking leaving Europe that has the
Not
legal
not
prostitution to
necessarily.
some other place?
Not
I'd have to
necessarily.
look into
Yeah.
that more.
yeah, and like you
I don't,
can-
and I listen. I don't know either way. I'm just begging the question.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I think that a lot of times the super sketchy shit goes down because the shit is illegal. Like all that bath salt shit. Like a lot of that shit has gone away since weed has become legal. Have you seen this fucking
Maybe.
Democrat running in Maryland for governor?
No, what's his name?
I'm legalizing marijuana. That's,
that's the face of the campaign.
that's
I mean,
I'm like, dude,
Yeah, but it's already decriminalized in Maryland, right?
up to 8 grams.
Yeah, he's trying to do.
I don't
He's
know
trying to
if
go
I don't know.
more.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not an expert on that. I'm just happen to be. I heard it somewhere. But
So let me ask you: if you legalized it, right?
Which
if
one?
they
Weed or
weed.
prostitution?
Weed.
Okay.
All right, we'll go back to prostitution, Joe. I know this is a big kick.
This
for you
is,
on
I'm
prostitution right now.
passionate about prostitution.
Well, I mean, it's fine.
I think there's a lot of good stuff.
Like I
And also, it's no reason for it to be illegal.
there's no
If-
reason.
If any girl can fuck anybody they want for free whenever they want,
Okay.
why is it not okay for them to get paid for it? If it's okay to hit up someone on Tinder, take them out and they spend all this money on a movie and whatever, and then you take them home and fuck them, that's okay. But you just gave them the money to go get dinner for themselves, that's not okay?
Yeah, I mean, or if you have a camera rolling.
Right, if your
Yeah.
camera rolling, then it's illegal. That makes
Yeah.
no fucking sense. It's just some fucking moral high ground
It's
bullshit.
some philosophical.
I would guess that there was a certain time where it was valid to not have prostitution so society could flourish.
Wait, didn't we have prostitution for longer periods of time in history than non-prostitution?
Being legalized?
In history, yeah.
I would guess that the time where prostitution became illegal was probably some of the most flourishing times in advancement in societies. I would guess.
Or the most religiously suppressive.
Yeah, but even religious
Because that's the only
suppression has led.
that's the
you know,
only real reason right now. Like it's moral reason.
I think I would bet there's atheists that don't believe in prostitution. I don't know,
that don't believe that.
and I'm not saying I don't believe in it. I'm just saying
well, it exists.
Oh, we jumped in real quick.
You know what? I don't know. I've never
not-
seen it myself.
Yes, you weren't with us in Spain.
I do. I know.
You
Pretty sure I've seen it.
you can pay someone to fucking rub your arm, but you can't pay someone to rub your dick. What's up with that?
I mean, it's interesting.
that's valid.
Interesting. You know, it's funny though, because like I get into this discussion sometimes with people like equality and everything. There's not beauty equality. So what if like whatever all right, so there's a spectrum of like you're on a 1 to 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a 5, you marry a 5. You guys are both equal. But like if you're a 10, you got to marry a 1. You got to equal out. You gotta equal out so the hotter you are, the more of a troll you have to marry.
But like plastic surgery
Because
and
that's
stuff
coming.
like that.
That's
like,
coming. So
Takes that away.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the sex robots come, it'll be over.
We got some robot talk to talk about today.
Nice.
Sex robot?
Apparently,
no,
is in Russia right now where the FIFA is, or the World Cup, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's fever.
No, fever. I got a fever.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more hookers. But yeah, apparently the sex robot brothels over there right now are just going nuts. People can't get enough
Yep.
sex
Wow.
robots.
I'm thinking about buying one.
Really?
Yeah.
What are they? How much do they run?
Pause out. Dude, if you buy a sex robot, would you mind if I fuck it?
No, I wouldn't.
All right, cool.
I'm fucking that robot. I think I'm 100% fucking
Run a train on the robot.
I think
We'll just buy an extra like vagina piece, you know?
You swap out.
I don't think the technology is where I want it to be yet.
Oh no, it's definitely not where I want it to be. I want like
Dude, that thing looks like-
I want some Westworld shit.
I don't want to get a robot right now because it's not like I would just get the fucking realistic doll.
That thing's gonna twist
what
the
I'm
wrong
talking
way and rip off your nuts.
Yeah.
I don't want the animated one right now because that shit is not.
No.
not quite there yet.
Well, time out. You want the animated looking one, not the automaton. Right? You want the one with
No,
big
no, oh,
eyes?
dude, no, I don't want that one. I want the real person looking one.
Okay.
The anime ones are
Looks-
fucking creepy.
It looks like Sailor Moon.
Yeah, they have those.
Shocker.
Yeah, sure.
Weird thing is, like you see pictures of them sometimes, and they kind of have like that strange like body posture when they're hanging on the hooks.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
flesh
man.
meat hooks, like. Yeah.
You're still fucking.
Very
So
creepy.
wild.
It's like that. If we're going to talk about this a little bit later on, also, but it's like those animatronic people at Disney World that are like,
Yes,
Yeah, man.
they're coming down in price.
"Welcome to Epcot."
They're looking more organic now, though. So, are you going to buy a sex robot?
Maybe it's $1,500. Maybe
Is it $1,500? I was gonna say, what's the price?
I was looking at them when I was in Japan, so I was like, oh,
Oh,
$1,500.
yeah.
Really?
It depends on the size too. If you get like a fucking 5'8" one, it's going
You
to cost a
get
lot
it.
more than like a 5 foot one.
Get
Really?
a Gal Gadot that's like almost 6 feet.
Yeah, that's
No, you got to relax.
And it's heavier too. That's a lot of fucking weight to be moving around.
Yeah, that's true. He's gonna weigh more than a person with all the mechanics.
That's what we'll do. I'll buy sex dolls. We'll all fuck it and do a page. Patreon review. No, we're not gonna fuck it on video on Patreon.
I was gonna say I can't do it.
We're
Let's back it out.
Maybe audio, but not.
we're all gonna fuck it and we're gonna talk about it on this bonus episode.
I would do it. I would do it for like a Patreon. I 100% would do it.
You would just talk about the Patreon, Bobby.
No, not for other people to see. For other people to see, I would do it for the
Dude,
Patreon.
would you fuck it with the mask on?
Yeah.
I'd
have to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dude,
I would definitely need a mask.
It'd be more weird to put the mask on the doll.
Hey, no, it wouldn't.
Yeah, that's an average Tuesday night.
It's
No, hey, has Laura ever made you wear the mask?
no.
Has Laura ever made you take off the mask?
This is my mask.
Hold on. Let me rephrase the question. Have you worn the mask?
No, the only time it ever came
Did
up.
he just say No.
Shake his head up and down.
The only time it ever came up was I was leaving. We were leaving the show floor one night. This is in North Carolina.
Right on the show floor.
And this is the first TFCon that Laura went to where she was because the first one was before that where I was was Chicago, and then I worked. I don't think I worked that one in Chicago, right? Or did I not? I can't remember. But this is the first one that I worked, and I was kind of established, for lack of a better term, in that community, right? And so I performed well, and like people were coming up, and I was taking pictures with babies, and you know what I mean, like all that sort of shit. And it was like the first time that Laura got it. Like it was the first time that she was like, okay, so all this stuff that you've been doing is leading towards something. It's bigger than what I thought it was. Mm-hmm. And we were going up the elevator after a full night or whatever, and it's just her and I in the elevator, and she was like, "You know what I'm doing tonight?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "I'm fucking Bobby Skullface."
Oh man.
And that was the only time that it's ever been mentioned in any way in the elevator.
Worth it.
Are you getting a brunette or a blonde sex doll?
You should change out the wake, bro.
Really? It seems like
You
too
multi-switch.
much.
Yeah.
Too much.
I know, man.
Too many accessories.
What?
Like all my
Just keep them in the box.
self-contained.
Just keep 'em in the box.
Yeah.
It is self-contained.
No. Like I like all the accessories have to be self-contained.
What do you mean?
Nah.
They can't.
It's the same way he's treating it like his toys.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
It
I'm
is.
okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I know.
Like I can't have a bit over here that cannot be captured on the item, right?
You don't want.
So if there's,
you don't want to switch out
I've
the
only got-
hair.
No, he doesn't want. He doesn't
You don't
want
have to.
I've only got two hands, so I only want two items, and they got to be holding them.
dude.
So to speak.
But if we all bang this sex doll, we're gonna be sex doll bros.
You have to be responsible for washing that shit
Well,
out
yeah, we'll have to
before
work,
you pass it on.
We're gonna have to work that all out prior to, like,
You want to run a train on it?
yes.
You need a swap out piece, man. You're gonna want to swap out piece. Bobby's down.
Yes, I do.
Swap out.
Yep.
I think this is happening.
Eiffel Tower.
Adventures in sex dolling.
But yeah, I definitely like my whole feelings about prostitution and all that stuff comes from a very objective place because I would never take part in it.
Oh, you never pay for somebody's?
No,
for
because
sex?
I couldn't even pay for someone to give me a massage. You
Oh,
know,
really?
like I can't handle it.
What if it's
Yeah,
therapeutic?
The massage was therapeutic, you would argue.
No, I'm saying like, what if you had like a sports injury, you had to go get a therapeutic massage, you still couldn't do it?
No, I'd have Laura do it.
Okay.
I can't handle it. I can't handle people touching me, rubbing me that I'm not 100% sure they want to be doing it. It fucks with me.
Okay.
All right. Well, I mean, I hear you. I guess at 100%. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of stuff for money that I don't want to do.
Yeah. All right.
I'm willing to do it for the money,
Okay.
but I don't want to do it. And
Fair enough.
sometimes I even resent it.
fair enough. All right.
Well, we didn't finish with
Phil,
Well, now after all that, my nerd rage will be very dull. So, like everybody else, I've been continuing. Finished up Voltron. I loved it.
Yep.
I'm curious what they'll do with the season 7, assuming they go back to Earth. Based on what they're doing. And I'm hoping they'll do, just as a gag, a vehicle Voltron with the dad and the brother. That's what I assume they'll build towards.
Maybe.
And I'm in the middle of Luke Cage, so I'm not as far as you, I don't think. So, and then I got a chance to see Sicario, the new Sicario too. So, and if you haven't seen the first one, have you guys seen the first one or no?
Nope.
Okay, I'd highly recommend seeing the
Heard
first
it's
one.
very good.
It's a watch, right? It's a type of watch you wear. A Sicario.
It is. The first one is really good. I'd say it's one of the best films of 2015.
All right.
But it's the director of the original is the guy who did Blade Runner 2049.
Okay.
And The Arrival.
Okay.
But this new one is the same screenwriter, but it's a different director. And based on how the original is shot, it's a way you can't recapture it. It's just the way the characters are introduced from the perspective of the first film, so they can't really recapture that. So they have two of the main characters again, including Benicio del Toro's character, which is a great character. And the first two acts of the new movie are solid, but the third one kind of goes off the rails, and it's nowhere near as good as the first movie.
Benicio del Toro's best role.
Usual Suspects.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Give me the key, you cocksucker.
I'd say Sicario is a close second. The first movie.
I do like.
What the fuck?
Say it again, please. What's that?
Is that?
Say it again. Give me the keys, you cocksucker. What the fuck?
What was the name of his character in Snatch?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Freddy Four Fingers or something.
Yeah, Freddy Four Fingers.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Is that right?
I think it is. Because
Wow.
he had one of the fingers, one like the thumb removed or something.
Okay, I don't know. That's right. I take a guess.
Whether Frankie Four Fingers or one of them.
I thought it was Freddy.
Could be Freddy.
It's been a while since I've seen
that
it.
is definitely a character in it.
Yeah.
I can't remember at this point who's who. Like all those characters, like names, like all like adjective, like Bullet Tooth Tony or like
Yeah.
Dude, that's how movies. Since you just reminded me, dude, a 10-hour or 12-hour flight went by super easy because I watched Lord of the Rings back to back.
Oh, you did? I was gonna say, what movies did you watch in the flights back and forth?
Lord of the Rings.
Or the
Did you do the Hobbit on the way back?
I did the Hobbit on the way there.
Oh,
On the
really?
way back.
All right.
So both times when you
Easy.
landed, you were like, I need 30 more minutes for this fucking thing to end.
It made the flight real easy.
I bet.
Yeah, but the Hobbit is not good.
It's not. It sucks, man.
There are bits of The Hobbit that I like, but
didn't think it was
not-
great the
same,
first time I
yeah.
watched it, but I thought it was all right. But like watching this the second time, I was like, it's not good.
Was it the extended cuts?
I don't know.
I don't think I could
I
sit
never
through the
seen-
Hobbit extended cuts.
I never seen them.
Well, I got through it in the 12-hour flight, so I'm assuming no.
I like the third Hobbit. I do enjoy the third Hobbit because it's just like
Dude, that
dwarf
fucking
mayhem.
romance is so shoehorned. I'm like, this is terrible. Get it out of here.
Yeah.
Does he die?
He looks
Yeah, he does.
weird in that movie.
Who?
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about it. I was thinking about something. I was daydreaming about Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
he does look weird. Yeah,
because
because
he's
he's older.
much older.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's older, but he looks younger. It's fucking weird.
Well, he's supposed to be.
He's supposed to be younger.
Yeah, he's supposed to
right?
be younger, but it's whatever they did to him digitally or whatever. Like it makes him look strange.
Yes.
I like Smaug, and that was basically it.
Yeah.
And now, I just thought of the.
I like his
question-
voice.
Yeah, it's
Cumberbatch.
Doctor Strange, man.
Yeah, he did the body acting for it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Even
did.
the effects on it and everything, like the whole presentation of his voice.
Yes.
Okay, the way the mouth moves and everything.
No, like
No,
just
like
like
the
the audio
gravelly-
tone
yeah.
that they've added.
Okay,
It's not
okay.
just
The
a straightforward.
effects.
yeah,
the
yeah.
effects.
They added some layers.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So when I get the sex doll,
Yes.
We're back to this.
will you review it? Like
Yeah,
a figure.
Yes.
Oh yes.
How about
Well,
you?
you put it on the channel,
Did you black
though.
out the nipples, or what would
I
you
get
do?
to her neck. I'm like, this is my favorite ball joint. It's terrible.
You put it on the channel.
Does it have a gigantic neck ball joint? How does that work?
Dude,
What's the
just call it
mechanics inside?
one.
Yeah, one scale.
Dude, like,
And you put the crazy toys next to it.
of a 1-1 scale, Melissa.
if you did that, man, and like you were getting ready like, to get off the sculpt, like I'm done. That might be that would be the best one to end with.
Because YouTube would shut that shit down.
Probably not.
Well, if you,
No,
if
they
you
probably
just put
would.
clothes on, if you just put like bikini on it,
Yeah, just dress it up or dress her up.
No, it's pasties.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna give it a little bit of dignity. Dress her up. Should we get into news?
I guess so. We're
hour and a
an
half in.
You want to save this first before we continue? Alrighty. So here we are, and our first note is I'd venture to guess we're not equally excited for this. Venture Brothers returns.
I like Venture Brothers.
I know.
I haven't kept up with it.
You
It's
don't-
enjoyable.
You don't
Yeah.
one that doesn't like it in this table, I think.
Yeah, I don't care for it. I just don't find it funny. I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's just different kind of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only
like
watch.
you
You,
can't
only
watch
watch
Rick
the
and
first.
Morty.
You only watch the first season, right?
Correct.
Or half of the first
I
season.
think
No, I
I've
watched
seen the
the first
first two.
He doesn't like Rick and Morty
But
either, so it's just not his thing.
But I watched this clip.
Oh, let's watch it. I didn't watch it.
Pause it.
All right. Pause it. All right. Probably not the best clip
Yeah,
for the uninitiated.
that's very much how I feel about the show, to be honest.
Yeah. Show's great.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like it. But yeah, it's coming back to Adult Swim. The new season 7 is
August 5th.
August 5th. So
Favorite Venture Brothers character?
Oof. Probably the Brock.
Brock Sampson.
Yeah, Brock
Has
Sampson.
to be.
Brock fucking
I think
Sampson.
that's-
He's
everybody-
patterned after both Eddie Brock and Doc Sampson.
Yeah.
And also the other guy.
I got dibs on a cigarette, bud.
Yeah. He's like so over the top. And the voice actor is really good.
Yeah,
It's the guy
yeah.
from Seinfeld.
Yep. Favorite Venture Brothers scene?
Testicular torsion.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I don't know.
That sticks
The
out to me
treacherous
so
Kuruku.
much.
Was it? What was that? Swims up your urethra. Was it? How he's trying to kill him?
Oh yeah.
Was it based on a creature that actually
Yeah,
exists?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
something in South America that does that.
Yep. Kurudu. It doesn't matter. All right, let's continue, Bobby.
There's also a look at
So sassy, and frumpy at the same time.
like, girl, you better not take that shit from a man. The next note is when does Skynet become self-aware again? I'm gonna need you to pause and watch this video.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Little Austin Power swag to it.
so these bad boys are going in service at Disney parks.
What are they?
They're called like Stuntabots or some shit.
Okay.
And they're going to be Stunticons, I believe they're called. They're the kings of the road. They're going to be going into service at Disney parks and taking the place of the animatronic characters that are there.
Oh,
So
wow.
they'll be free range walking around the parks,
Yes.
having a bit of how you doing.
It's like
Yes.
Jurassic Park and Terminator all
Dude,
wrapped up in a
Wait
one.
till
Yes.
they kill a child or something.
I'm telling you, like, this shit is scary. And like the other thing that they're talking about using them for is stunt doubles for films.
Really?
So like they'll be
Destroy the
doing the
industry.
stunt work for Hollywood and
Yeah.
then digital mapping the face and putting green suits on them to put on the fucking outfit.
I mean, have you been keeping up with like all the different robots? Boston Dynamics is coming up.
No.
Like the ones that do backflips, the one that
Yeah,
can
I've
run,
seen
turn
that shit.
corner.
Wow.
Like
They actually
the
sweat.
dogs.
They sweat. They have like carbon fiber muscles, and they actually sweat to cool their systems off.
That
Literally.
one robot is video is wild funny where the guy's like kicking it and shit and the guy's like, "Oh, come on, Frank, god damn it. Let me get up off the ground." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So,
Fucking great.
We were just talking about this last Monday about jobs being obsolete, man. Like we don't need no Cirque du Soleil fucking people, circus people anymore. Eventually,
If I ran across a robot walking around serving me cotton candy at Disney World, do you know what I'd say?
I'm sorry, sir. I'll take care of that myself.
Well, would you look at this?
When you look at this,
Just look at it.
Just look at it. So it's not necessarily nerd related, but it needed
it is
to be.
nerdy.
Yeah.
It's-
So another solo effort.
It might be rage related as well.
Yeah,
Give it time.
Yeah. Another solo effort. The Kasdan that wrote Han Solo, John Kasdan, is going to be writing Indy 5.
Okay, I'm alright with that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me either. I don't think that Solo is the best written movie, but
Well, yeah, but
it's not the worst.
Yeah, it's not, and it's definitely not bad for being reshot and rewritten twice.
Well, it hasn't been rewritten twice.
Oh, it wasn't rewritten?
No.
No, I thought they changed some stuff.
No, he's
Wasn't
always been.
Omar in it? Supposed to be in it?
Yeah, but it's the same character. He was supposed to play the dude.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, the writers never changed. It's always been the only difference was that a lot of the shooting that the fellas did, the Lord and Miller, went off of the script, so you could kind of say that they were second writers,
Oh,
but that's just
gotcha.
because they were fucking freestyling.
Yeah.
And then we have Rated E for Everyone is wild. Have you seen this Predator trailer?
No.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's pretty good, but there's
Yeah,
The new Predator trailer?
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
it.
okay.
It was
Yeah.
a Red Band second trailer that got released.
Where it's got like the big predator in it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And that guy's like, if your mom's pussy was a video game, be rated E for everyone.
Yeah.
Um,
I saw that.
But yeah, it's looks fine.
Yeah. I mean, they introduced the concept of the second class of predators,
Yeah.
like and predators.
Right. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
The black dude in it that was in Oz, Saeed. He played the Muslim in Oz.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
That dude, I love that dude, man. I
He's
can't get
in,
enough of that guy.
He's in This Is Us or whatever.
He's
He's the adopted son, I think.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. It's been so long, but I love that guy.
Yeah.
I fucking could
Yeah,
watch
he's
him
good.
do anything. He's a fucking great actor. Actually, most of the Oz cast I love in general. I love the Riley brothers. I wish that dude did more than Geico commercials or whatever he fucking does now. But
was Oz the first real successful original HBO?
it might be
miniseries.
It might be. It was. I think it was the.
Or, it was a miniseries. It was a proper series.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it was the beginning climb of what was like that classic era of HBO.
Yeah,
Like it was that and Sex and the City and Sopranos and all that
and,
shit.
like,
All that shit was
Carnival
hitting at the
and-
same. That was even later on. But like those three things.
What
were
was
like,
it? Deadwood.
Even that was later on. But like it was really those three that were at the big push in the beginning, and they were so different and so fucking awesome. They tried a couple things that didn't work. There was like there was one. It was called like Marriage or something.
Oh, the Mind of the Married Man.
Mind of the Married Man
Yeah,
was
and,
during
and
that
then,
era.
Like, John from Cincinnati was weird.
Yeah. But
I enjoyed that though, but you never really.
I enjoyed both.
You never. Yeah, Mind of the Married Man was pretty good.
But
Number 6, Golden Pussy Massage.
But I mean, it was fucking awesome. That Oz is. I need to watch Oz again. A lot of wiener in that show.
I'm interested to see if they'll how much they'll show up the genetic manipulation of predators if they're really building themselves again.
Yeah. I haven't watched any Westworld season 2, but I heard it was a lot less nudity than the first season. A lot less. It's a conversation like once these people start making a bunch of money, like, no, I'm not taking it off anymore. I've got my dignity, goddammit. I didn't have it before, but I have it now.
I mean, that doesn't. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about it. I don't really. Show nudity never really does anything for me, except for penis, because it's like so fucking. Because it's so fucking funny. Do you know what I mean? Like whenever like somebody's penis flops out, it's like, dude, come on. Like it's just like it's so absurd. Like it's such an absurd genital. Like it's so funny looking.
I've got a funny story about penises.
Okay.
So we went to this thing Saturday night. This like
Swingers party?
No, it wasn't swingers party. I have a one penis policy, Phil. To like this charity event, and after we were done, we were like, well, you know what, the kids are away. Let's go out in downtown and walk around. So we met up with a friend of ours who just moved back in the area, and she had like some other people that she met up with. So we all like 6 or 7 of us hung out, went to a couple bars, and were drinking. So one of the girls there is 25 years old, right? So like she was 5 years old when my wife and I got together. That's how young she was. Anyway, they were talking about dating and what dating is nowadays. And I was just like, my wife looked at me and she's like, I'm never going to divorce you for anything because I cannot be a part of that. So she was like on a one of these, like sites. I think it's called Bumble. It's like a dating app site. Okay. And they're all... Yeah. So apparently what happens with these dating app sites is like people get on them, they work, but then they get like bots get in there and they fake accounts and everything. So they find a new one and they get a new one and then that one works and that's a different thing. And they find a new one. But anyway, she's like, yeah, the Bumble one, apparently like guys can't talk to girls until girls talk to them.
Okay.
Right.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, it doesn't stop the dick pics. And usually, like she's like, usually after you say hello or whatever, the next one's a dick pic. And she's like, but everybody's like, oh, I didn't mean to send you that picture.
Wrong pic.
My bad. Wrong pic. Yeah.
But what do you think? Look, this is a message to all young.
The funny thing is, they all the girls. So there was like 3 or 4 girls there talking about this. Who were all in the dating scenes, and they all say the dick pics. So then, like, gentlemen, your dicks get brought up at cocktail hour. That's how ridiculous. Yeah, how ridiculous you are for sending your dick pic.
Like, for all young lads out there, only send a picture of your dick if she specifically asks for it and you, on top of that, think she wants to see it. Otherwise, it's either a trap or it's unsolicited. And like, women, like, they don't give a shit. Like, it's like in the last 15 minutes of Male Gigolo, Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo, where it's like, dude, why are you sweating what your dick looks like? Do you know everything that this woman worries about with herself? Like, she doesn't have time to worry about what's wrong with you. She's too worried about every little thing that's wrong with herself.
Valid point. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And like, dudes are so fucking absurd. Like, dude, a wiener is like the most lunchinest looking shit on the face of the planet. You know what I mean?
It's
like
ridiculous looking. It serves a purpose
in itself on both sides. Not the best looking thing.
No,
we have much more aesthetically pleasing aspects about the human figure.
But like, if a girl were to send me a picture of her anatomy and it was unsolicited, I'd be like, oh, let me check this out. Oh, look at that. You know, but like a girl is like instantly disgusted or laughing at you. Like, don't be an idiot. No, like these women aren't your fucking mother. They don't think you're special, and they sure as shit don't want to see your dick. Like, stop being a dickhead. It's just, but anyway, so that's like the only thing in these shows, like the HBO shows, that like I enjoy seeing in a way, is when these wieners come out, because it's usually just so fucking funny. Like I get a laugh out of it. Like when a girl is naked, like, do you know the things that I've seen on the internet? Like if a girl is naked on an HBO show, like she might as well be flowering her plants. Like it means nothing to me. You know, like maybe if I had some sort of super vested interest in a girl, like it's like, oh, well, there you go. Like that curiosity has been satisfied. But for the most part, it's not that. So like when I see like some chick in you know, The Sopranos or whatever, like undress, I'm like, oh, all right, okay, it's a sex scene coming or whatever. But like if some dude who's like super clothed the entire episode like flops the wiener out, like I'm like, oh my god, dude, what a fucking lunchbox!
It's like a gag.
Like this guy's fucking wieners on TV. What a dickhead! You know, like so it's like funny, you know. But like I don't really give a shit about the rest of it.
I will say that it is funny, like that my whole like little tit drop thing. It's about the anticipation. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know what it's gonna, you don't know what it's gonna be, and then like once you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's what.
And look, like. Not everybody's the same as me. Don't. I'm just saying how my point of view is. It's like,
thank God.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want any time in this cavern of mystery,
pain and misery.
Yeah, but I would just say that I don't even know how we got here, but that I don't care. I don't care about what these women do in terms of taking off their clothes or not taking off their clothes in Westworld. I care more about giving a shit about the mystery of Westworld, which I never did, so I never got into the show. But I know people love it, and I hope they continue to do so. At last, justice. So the Department of Justice, the United States Justice Department, rather, has approved the Fox Disney deal. So once again, that doesn't mean it's a surefire thing, but it's the closest that we've gotten thus far, and it looks like at this point all roads would lead to Rome, so to speak. Thoughts, comments?
Good.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Waiting for that Fantastic Four and X-Men
It's been a long
to come with the
time
Avengers.
coming.
And the rumor is that they're already working out, you know.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sure.
sure.
No doubt.
As soon as the
Feige or
the ink's
Fandral
don't
or
even
whatever
be
his name is.
dry.
Fraggle Rock has
been
have
scheming
many
on this for the
sleepless
past
nights.
year.
Yeah.
He's ready.
The only thing gets Sony in line.
Yeah. And I mean, at least Sony's playing ball.
No, for sure.
You know, so
If they could get Universal aligned to do more Hulk stuff, I'd be appreciative. But
you know, I'm kind of, I love the Hulk.
I do too.
I
But
love
I'm kind of good.
I'm kind of good.
I
kind of feel like they've done it. They've gone the right way with the Hulk. A little Hulk
Goes a
goes a
long
long
way.
way.
yeah, he's one of my personal favorites. So
Dude, I'm with you. But
I wish Planet Hulk could have been its own film. 'Cause I think it would have been a lot more.
That would have been
more
good.
justice.
That would have been good. But I think that's like Phase 6.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean? But besides Planet Hulk, which I agree with you, what Hulk story do you really want to see?
World War Hulk.
World War Hulk, which would be a follow up, and then the other one.
So that'd be Phase 7.
There's two other ones I'd like to see. One where they have multiple distinct personalities that Banner has to wrestle with, and then the other one where he.
Which one is that?
It's from the 90s. It's during the Peter David Dale Keown era, where there was the Green Hulk, the Gray Hulk, and Banner.
Okay.
And they were distinct personalities, and by the end, they merged them into the Professor personality, or so they thought.
Yeah.
And the Professor personality ends up becoming is a separate personality again, but they don't figure that out right away.
Okay.
But after that point, when the Professor personality is
that when he wore that brown shirt with the hard V?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
During the 90s, yeah.
Yeah,
that was the new look for the Hulk when he was the Hulk all the time.
And didn't he become angry? He would turn into Banner for a short
yeah,
time?
at the very end when they revealed that it was just another personality, that's when that was his failsafe, so he'd never go savage again. He'd protect the world by
because
reverting
Savage
to
Hulk
Banner.
is different as well, though, right?
Yeah,
Savage Hulk
there's various versions of the Green Hulk. Some have been more savage than the other.
Yeah.
And then the other two stories I'd like to see is where if they do another Strange movie, which they unofficially said they're going to do, if Nightmare is the villain, which would be logical to have it, if it's not going to be Dormammu, that's the other big villain. Nightmare at one point shut down Banner's mind and turned the Hulk into a straight animal, and he took on everybody in New York.
Yeah.
It's one of the points he was the most powerful.
Yeah. That's like in that one Thor vs. Hulk.
Yeah. So
It
Doctor
rips.
Strange ends up having to banish him off of Earth into another dimension just to save Earth because he's going to destroy everything. And then the other story is when the Professor personality was the main character in the Hulk book, there's a point where he goes to the future and meets a future version of himself called the Maestro.
Yeah, but it's not really him though, right?
No, it is. It is him. It's the future version of the Hulk. After multiple nuclear world wars, he's one of the only surviving characters, and he's created a dystopian city that's the last surviving vestige of humanity.
My man said dystopian.
Yeah.
Is that dystopian?
Matthew Deluxe bought one shit right there.
That's true. That's good. Derailed me. But anyway, so he rules it with like an iron fist, and then the younger Hulk has to find a way to beat his older self. Because he's basically one of the greatest villains he's ever faced.
Mm-hmm. I always thought that it ended up not really being the Hulk. He thought it was a Hulk. And
Well, it's a possible future version.
Okay.
It is supposed to be Banner, though.
Damn it! I had something else I wanted to say now. I fucking lost it.
I think the mice. Okay.
It's a side note. Did anybody here watch the part 4 of the Superman vs. Hulk? That CGI. I think that guy's doing.
When did it come out? Yeah, I think I watched.
It just
them
came
all.
out it came out like 2 months ago, maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's because that's when I first heard about it. So I backtracked and watched the other
It's
three.
really fucking
it's
heart
very
pounding.
It's very cool.
Yeah,
it's very well.
You want to watch it real quick, man?
I'm down to watch it.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's
Let me
cool.
pull it up here.
No, don't do that.
Dude,
It's already struggling.
it's not worth it watching on your phone.
All right, let's not watch it now then.
All right, maybe on my phone.
It is very cool.
So, all right. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so the next note that we have is Skully and Brolin agree. So Brolin is not satisfied with his performance of Cable in the Deadpool movie and is happy to get the opportunity to do it again. So it sounds like everything's greenlit for another Deadpool.
I thought he wasn't
X-Force, right?
happy with the performance of the film.
No, he says, then it clicked. I got to know Reynolds better. I trust him more. We started this volley where it was like, this is actually fun. I do like the way it turned out, but I thought I could have been better.
Okay. 15 more pounds of muscle then.
No, give him some actual powers from the movie and give him the real backstory.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Cable-
Especially if you're going to do X-Force.
What are Cable's powers?
Telekinetic, telepathy.
My favorite part of Cable's powers, which makes Cable, it's the only interesting thing to me about Cable, is that he has to constantly use his telekinesis to keep the cyber disease in check.
Yeah.
If it wasn't
Because
for
they
that,
didn't
he's
talk about
like-
that in the movie at
Yeah,
all. They didn't
ultimate-
talk about the legacy
Right.
virus.
Like
Yeah.
during Cable and Deadpool, he didn't have to use it to stave the disease off, and he forcibly made world peace.
Yeah.
He was like
He's basically a god without
Yeah.
having to do that. He's meant to
he
take
just
on Apocalypse.
fly to wherever war zones
really?
are and destroy all the
he's
weapons.
So how fast would that thing kill him if he wasn't
He
fighting?
probably would have been destroyed
Like
already before
instantly?
he ever reached adulthood.
Oh,
Legacy
really?
virus is supposed to take over your body and turn you into a machine.
What I don't think they should do is really tell his origin story, because like I get bored reading about his origin story. So like I think you could just throw in a few lines if you needed to about his origin, but it gets too complicated with the fucking clones and the fucking
Strife.
I think they could do it without doing Strife and just have it be Sinister as a lead villain.
Does Strife have the same powers as him?
Technically, he's supposed to, but he doesn't. He's not infected with the virus, so he make him more
And it's
unstoppable.
not, and Jean is his mom, and Jean is not his mom.
It's
And-
Ma-
Well, it's
It's the
Madeline
clone.
Pryor.
Yeah.
right,
It's
right. But it's the clone
Scott
that
and
was
Madeline
basically
are his
Jean.
parents.
Because the way
Oh.
comic books are set up, I have no
Yeah.
Gene
interest
isn't the real
in-
Gene isn't his physical
in
mom.
movie
It's a clone of
version
Jean?
of characters
Yeah,
to
it's
be like the
Madeline
comic
Pryor.
characters.
Is that the
That was the one after
the
Jean
Black
dies
Queen?
in Dark
the Black
Horse.
Queen or whatever?
Jean becomes the Black Queen before.
I thought the Black
Dark
Queen
Phoenix.
was a clone of Jean.
Well, maybe there's been multiple versions.
Yeah, the
That's
Goblin
Goblin.
Queen. The Goblin
When-
Queen. Is that it?
That's the
Seriously.
fucking Goblin Queen. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
isn't it?
Madeline Pryor is the Goblin Queen.
Okay,
So
okay.
she's the clone of the real Jean.
Yes.
Who took Jean's place when Jean died after Dark Phoenix.
Okay.
Scott gets married to her and has a child.
And that's
So
that's Cable.
Sinister, yeah, that child becomes Cable.
And the only thing interesting about that is Scott's relationship to her, because like on one hand he feels like, well, it's just like I'm back with Jean. You know, like I'm not really like, I haven't moved on, Jean. I still love you. I'm just loving the closest thing to you.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, it's like I'm lying to myself. This isn't the real Jean. This may not even be a real person as far as I know humanity.
When did he find out that she wasn't Jean?
Not until afterwards, not until after the baby was born. I'm
Oh,
pretty
okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Or he knew it wasn't the real Jean. He just didn't know that she was put in place by Sinister.
Gotcha.
But like all that shit doesn't need to be.
Because when Inferno comes, she's one of the predecessors of Inferno and works with Sim, the demon, and takes over New York.
So, this is interesting. So Jared Leto is set to star as Morbius, the living vampire. So I just want to tell this story real quick.
Now, is this a Spider-Man? Like,
it's another spin-off that Sony's trying to do with his contract.
It's not a Marvel Spider-Man.
No, it's
a
Sony
Spider-Man.
Kind of like Venom and
okay,
Silver
so
and Black.
there might not be a Spider-Man at all.
Well, it's heavily rumored it's all connected. Like, it's heavily rumored that Holland makes an appearance as Peter Parker in this Venom movie.
So Mobius is going to be the protagonist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dumb.
here's wait.
It depends on how they do it.
So this whole thing is only worth talking about for this one story. So when this all happened in the Shattered Cast chat, Greg and Matt were like, "No," and Greg was like, "You keep that. You keep Bobby. You keep him over there in your DC trash." And I responded back, and I was like, "The DC delegation gladly accepts your request for Jared Leto."
For shizzle.
If they do it to build towards a Midnight Suns, I'll be interested. If they bring Blade back.
Yeah.
It all depends. It all depends on how this Venom movie works.
Yeah.
There's
Everything
too many
depends on
pieces.
that. They're like spitting out more and more film ideas, but they haven't even gotten Venom to the market yet. So
Yeah. Stand by, guys.
that was a good catch.
You should have saved that one.
That's all good. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So yeah, I was just like, we'll gladly give up the Jared Leto, but apparently it's also like his people have come out and said it doesn't affect his relationship with DC or the DCEU. It's just
Except he's gonna be white again.
It's just another job.
He just likes white paint.
Yeah, he likes white paint. So there, and then, goodness gracious, 20 huge reveals from Kevin Froggle. Finicky?
Faga.
I don't know.
Finkel.
I'm pretty
Einhorn.
sure it's pronounced
Finkel.
fruit by the loop.
Fruit by the foot, maybe?
Fruit by the foot.
Or Fruit
Loops. Dude, I've been fucking that up all day. I fucked this other thing up earlier where I was trying to say by any means necessary or by all means and some other shit, but I was like combining the two and I couldn't get it right. So it's Phase 4 is going to be all about Marvel's new characters.
Of course.
It's going to take a hard look at the quantum realm. There's going to be more LGBTQ characters. They are getting Captain Marvel will be a huge part of it. Spider-Man Far From Home has multiple meanings. It's not just keeping the word going, which we like, and we liked it more than Homecoming 2, but that notion of home is a word that has dual meanings. We'd like to continue with this version of Spider-Man. So Far From Home has multiple meanings. The Young Avengers are going to take a part in it. They've always been fans of the Power Pack, and they're trying to figure that out.
I don't even know who the Power Pack is.
Yeah, I don't either.
They're childhood mutants that were infants with their powers. They got their powers early.
Like Rat Pack with powers.
Yeah, they're basically toddlers and little kids.
Avengers 4 title will be announced towards the end of the year.
In game. Right?
That's what it says. It'll be announced at the end of the year. More female characters are coming to the MCU. Expect more timeline overlaps in the MCU's future. He says, we just haven't called it out as directly, but the notion of this was always to be a relative standalone film that took into account...
Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think.
Yes. So...
Maybe your predictions for that?
Let's get there.
Okay,
Let's get there. Jake Gyllenhaal hasn't officially signed up to play Mysterio yet, so be aware of that.
Really?
We'll be seeing more of the Wasp. The Eternals will expand the MCU's history, choosing Avengers Infinity War survivors. So he says, I think for a film series that is going on 10 years and is gearing towards a conclusion with Avengers 4, which you don't usually have in these movies, you can sort of do the math and realize it's the original Avengers that are left. So I think that's just saying what we've already said. Power Pack will be aimed at younger moviegoers. Don't expect to see certain heroes in Avenger 4 trailers. We're working with the greatest marketing team in the world with Disney, so I'm anxious to see how they start to put the marketing together, he said. How Kevin Forgotten? Frankenstein? I'm not sure how to pronounce this.
Frankfurter.
Would fix the DCEU. I've always hesitated to come off as a person who is bestowing advice on people. It's not really what I do. What I do know is they're great characters. They're great characters. They're good comics. They've got great history. I'm not shy about saying Richard Donner Superman, I still think, is the paradigm by which we should all still follow.
Amen.
A new type of superhero for Phase 4. He says we want people from any background to be able to look at that screen and see themselves reflected, and just as importantly, to have different types of people be inspired by people who don't look like them, or people who have different backgrounds than them, and let them inspire them going forward. It's very confusing wording.
It is.
So they're going to do Ms. Marvel, the Camilla Khan character.
I would
They
imagine.
already said they're going to do that.
Sorry about that.
And I imagine they're going to try and do more than that, too.
So they're gonna have Asian person I can look up to?
Why does it always be Asian, Joe?
Because there's none. There's the one guy who shirked his duty to fight to go fucking sit at home, and then the fucking other guy who fucking just screamed on the bus and then left.
Well, maybe we'll get Psylocke.
Yeah, if they do a Psylocke, they could do
Wait.
Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu.
Spider-Man travels overseas, probably for a European vacation. Ant-Man and the Wasp connects right to Avengers 4.
Okay.
Spider-Man Far From Home starts shooting in 2 weeks, so that is the title.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
I want to say that Avengers 4 has been named Endgame.
We heard that, but it wasn't confirmed.
It's not confirmed by Marvel Studios.
Right.
Yeah.
What do we think?
That does make sense because Tony says that a couple times.
Yeah, I think so.
What do we think about Ant-Man and the Wasp? Are you going to that? You said it might work. No pressure.
I don't. Here's the thing, man. What time's it start?
7, I think. 7.
So he said at 9.
Yeah,
So I get home at 11.
Probably not. He'll probably
Yeah,
go 10,
3 hours of sleep. I just can't do it. I want to. I'll probably go see it first thing Friday morning when I get off of work.
I'll see it Friday,
Or Friday
night
afternoon.
late when I get out of work.
Yeah, I'm working.
Are you willing to?
I'm
You're working
working
Friday. All right. Well,
Um,
we'll just have to record Saturday.
or maybe I was thinking Sunday we could do another meeting and then have a recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do Sunday.
Okay, so then the next note is maybe this will work. So DC Universe, this is a new thing that they're launching. It's going to be a subscription service. It's where you're going to be able to see all their new TV shows. You'll be able to interact with the characters via the app on your phone, etc., etc. It officially announces their new DC Universe streaming network, which includes the live-action Titans, Young Justice Season 3, Swamp Thing, comics, social networks, and lots more. Check out the official announcement, sizzle reel, and art below. So the Robin looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
The rest of the Titans looks like trash.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Yeah. So I guess there's...
I'm interested in Young Justice because that was so good.
I'm interested in whether or not that's going to be tied to the DCEU at all. It can't be, right?
No, I
Young
doubt
Justice,
it.
no. I mean the Nightwing stuff. I mean not the Nightwing, the Robin.
That's
The
what I'm saying,
Titan
the Teen
stuff,
Titans.
maybe. I
Maybe,
don't know.
I don't know.
So the next note is called Jesus H Christos. Batman solo film rumored to be a reboot, which will still take place in the DCEU. So the word on this is that it's going to be a prequel. If it takes off, you'll see it kind of go in a different direction and never sort of end up at the BVS point.
Era.
Yeah,
So then Superman won't have anything to do in this world then.
possibly.
I really want to see the Death of Robin story that they allude to in BVS.
Yeah.
That would be very cool to see.
Well, I guess you had 20 years of Batman movies before BVS.
Yeah, they could, but
So-
Or it could create its own timeline and just go a different direction.
Yeah.
Depending on its success.
Yeah. Or they could just transform it and just not go back to just make movies that have nothing to do with the previous movie.
Because they're not
Like
doing a good job of
Transformers.
that right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
thought
Do a Bayverse Batman.
So then we have Q&A, and I'll go right to this. I don't even know how much we have here.
30.
30.
Half.
So Kevin R., good dude, he says, what kind of board games did you guys play as kids? Anything significant regarding the 80s, like Fireball, Mountain, Risk, Stratego, and chess were my Risk, Stratego, and stress were his chess
Jesus.
were his big three. I told you I've been fucking it up.
Does it have to be board games or any kind of game?
I think this is board game specific.
All right, so what was that game, Dungeon Master, that the Game Workshop actually made?
Talisman?
Talisman.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, that's
Me
a good
too.
one.
I think he's talking about like his kids.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
That was a
I just-
kid's game. Yeah.
You played it before you got into 40K?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I
I
didn't
never
even know
played
it was the same thing as 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
never
until
seen that
years
before.
later.
never played
I'm
it.
sure you have. If I pulled it up, you'd be like, oh
Okay.
yeah, there's a giant.
I remember
barbarian.
Fireball Island.
There's a giant barbarian on the cover, like on the box, like
It
swinging
sounds
swords,
familiar,
going in.
but
Doesn't
You
sound
definitely-
similar. It doesn't sound familiar at all to me. Like, what is it called?
Talisman. Yeah, you've definitely played it. You've definitely seen it.
yesterday I finally cracked open the Thing board game that I got. It's
Okay.
like, that's very cool.
Really?
Yeah, it's like pieces. It's like a role playing.
Yeah.
Stuff. It's
I mean,
very cool.
Board games have gotten fucking high end.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
It's a
They're
big
really-
market now. Like,
Yeah, it's like-
expensive.
Huge market.
This?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No. Never seen this.
yeah. The Thing game is very
me see.
cool because you have to try and mask the fact that you're an imitation from the rest of the team and try and lie to each other and stuff.
All right, this one is not what I was talking about,
Wait, let
Joe,
me see.
but I have seen this one as well. That's not the one I'm talking
That's
about.
not what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
No,
okay.
no. Look
Um,
up like Dungeon Master or Dungeon.
I remember playing Pop-O-Matic Trouble a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, Trouble was
and
good.
Connect 4.
Sorry,
Yeah, sorry.
Connect 4. That's not really a board game though.
Connect 4 isn't really. Yeah.
What is it? Who's Visitors? No,
Guess who?
Guess
Guess who? I remember that.
Operations.
I played Operation for sure. I played Mousetrap like a motherfucker.
See,
I
Mouse
remember
Track-
Don't Break the Ice. I remember that.
Oh, dude, I really don't break the ice.
I used to play that all the time.
Yeah,
I definitely played Fireball Island.
Yeah, I played that.
Where I had the marbles that came down.
Yeah.
That shit was the shit. I played Domino Rally.
I never played Domino
Dude,
Rally.
Yeah.
that was the shit.
you used to have a bunch of fucking Atmosphere.
Atmosphere? What's
So
Atmosphere?
Atmosphere was the sequel.
Yeah,
The
well, it
original one was
the
called
reboot.
Nightmare.
Yeah, the reboot.
Yeah, Nightmare.
Yeah, there's
was
three of them, right?
Nightmare. There was, I think there might have been four, but I'm not sure if the fourth ever came out.
So there was
or-
the Game Master or whatever his name was.
So the first one was the
Baron.
Gatekeeper,
Yep.
and the second one was
Zombie.
Baron Simity,
Yeah,
the zombie. The third one
The
was
witch.
the witch, and then the fourth one was supposed to be, I think, the
vampire. It was a female vampire, right?
Yeah, I never saw the fourth one ever.
No.
I had the first three, and it was a VHS tape that you put in, and it had a counter on it, and you played this board game. You're supposed to play it at night. You're supposed to play it with all the lights off and shit. And like it had just a counter on the screen, and the gatekeeper would come up like, "Whose turn is it?"
Nice.
You
Yes,
know,
my gatekeeper.
And you'd be like, "Yes, my gatekeeper," and yeah, because you had to respond to him,
Yep.
"Yes, my gatekeeper," and he would be
Wow.
like, "Take the dice and roll it. Whatever number showed up on there, you get that many lost turns," and then it would disappear back into the screen again. You know,
That's
like,
great.
dude,
Wow,
it was
I never
so
played that.
good. And then Atmosphere came out, and it was just the DVD version of it.
Yeah.
And it had a gatekeeper on it as well. And like as it gets towards the end of the game, within an hour, like if you haven't, you had to go around and collect all the keys and then unlock the gate or whatever.
Wow.
If at the end, if you know what I mean, like he starts popping up more often. Like in the beginning, he might pop up like every 5-10 minutes. At the end, he's popping up like every 30
Oh,
seconds.
they did do one.
Elizabeth Bathory, was that her name?
Yeah, the 4.
Dude, she's fucking hot.
Yeah, man. I'm going to watch this real quick. But Bobby used to always cheat and be Baron when we played that first one because at one point he always helped out that cheat.
Vampire.
So let's watch this.
Turn the
real quick.
volume up and the lights.
So what do we think?
They were, dude, she's hot. But they were all fucking good, and they talk so much shit. You know what I mean? Like they would be like, they're like, whose turn is it? You are the ugliest one. You know, like shit like that. Like people, like it was like a fucking good time, man. Like that was probably my favorite video game as a kid. It was Nightmare. I had Nightmare, Nightmare 2, and Nightmare 3. I never had Nightmare 4, and I didn't even know there was a Nightmare 5.
So it
Yeah.
had a
Well, I
board
don't know
with
if
the
there's-
dice.
Yeah.
Move around when
Yes.
you interact with the video. All right.
Yeah, and then they rebooted as Atmosphere, and then I don't know what they did from there. But that was fucking a fun time.
Yeah, dude, we played that all the time,
Dude,
man.
all the time. I played Bed Bugs. You remember Bed Bugs?
I don't remember that one.
I didn't grow up here. I played foreign board games.
You played like Othello and shit.
So I guess, dude, it came out in 2004.
Wow.
The Mummy.
Really?
Yeah, the Gatekeeper. They changed it.
That was the Atmosphere reboot.
Yeah.
Had the Gatekeeper on it again.
I don't know, man. I gotta fucking.
I gotta do some research on this shit.
I know, dude. The cool thing about it was an hour game.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Well,
game was an hour.
Tops.
That was
Yeah.
how long the video was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have to play this?
We might need to play this.
That might have to be Patreon.
Yeah, and you got to bring over that cereal because we need to divulge.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to find that dinosaur video you guys made, because I'm going to see that shit.
I think I might have
the
it.
Jurassic
You found
Park
it?
one.
No, I didn't find it, but I had a second idea where it might be.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But yeah, how about that?
All right.
All right, we'll play this game and
Yeah. Favorite board game ever? You think?
Probably.
You think?
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Which one? I want to say the atmosphere was really good.
See, I want to say it was the first. The original Nightmare was my favorite, but the third one was The Witch, and that one was really good.
That one was really good too. She was hot too.
Yeah.
My little piglets.
Yes, my little piglets. She had called you little piggies. Dude, I'm gonna, dude, I wonder if they made figures. I'm gonna get it.
I was getting into another collection.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Favorite? I don't know, probably Pop-O-Matic Trouble when I was a kid, like a little kid. That was fun.
Jill?
Chinese checkers.
Like, I enjoyed chess,
I
but that
can't
wasn't
tell
until I
if
was
you're
a
being
teenager.
serious.
No,
I can't
is
either.
it the
The Tsar David?
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
star
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you have all the marbles. Yeah,
Yeah.
play the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Well, Hungry Hippos was pretty
And
fun.
what's
Dude,
it's-
Hungry Hippos is a shit.
It's
that
not
was
called
fun.
Chinese checkers in Asian land.
What's it called?
What's it called?
I don't remember, but it's not Chinese checkers.
Of course not. They just call it checkers, right?
It's called World Domination.
That and chess. I play a lot of chess with my dad.
Yeah.
I played chess when I was a teenager. I didn't get to it when I was a little kid.
So this next question is from Chevy 4x4, and it's titled Obi-Wan Kablomi. Watching episode 3 is a weekly routine for me. Every time I root for Anakin in the Obi-Wan Kablomi duel, but alas, he never wins. My question to you fellas is, where would you rank Obi-Wan on the Jedi power scale, dueling and force powers? Was the charming Boy Scout really that powerful?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I see. I've heard fluff, but I don't know if it's just something that we've told ourselves that he was very good at the mind tricks, like one of the most proficient at mind tricks,
Yeah, I think we just heard that.
and we just pass it on.
Yeah, because like he does the most mind tricks, and like, kind of his mind tricks are the most known.
Maybe
You know, but I think I've heard that as well.
Yeah,
I don't know
think
if it's
in
legit.
a wiki. Might be a comic book thing or a novel.
But I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily have ever thought of him as being all that powerful. I've never viewed him that way. I think the beauty of Obi-Wan, the character, is the tragedy of it.
He is
all.
the first one that just chose to turn into the Force.
Yeah.
that we know of.
Yeah. And
So I mean, I think that Obi-Wan is pretty powerful.
yeah, I wouldn't disagree. And
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've never thought of him in that capacity. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever thought of any of them really that way. Like
Yeah.
it's a very Dragon Ball Z fan approach. You know what I mean? Like
Who's more powerful than who?
Yeah.
You know what?
like-
That's a valid point. I don't think did we have those conversations?
No.
before
No, because I
that?
remember
No.
with the Marvel stuff back in the 90s when the trading cards
power
came
level.
out, everybody had the power levels. and
Yeah.
they were all
Yeah,
comparing
yeah.
who was more powerful than who.
I don't think that
But it was always balanced. You know,
Yeah, it was-
super
it was
strong
all
but
pretty-
not very
yeah,
intelligent.
I did think
Same
a
thing
little
with
bit more
Transformers.
about our and I don't want to get off topic, but our Mace Palpatine duel.
Yes.
And I'm willing to concede because I think how I think of that fight is not necessarily what I was speaking, and we may have gotten off course. I think that it's very possible that Mace could have outdueled him.
Yes.
I think from the moment he hits the floor, it's an act.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying that's not true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people like oh, he's just a sniveling bitch, and I'm like, no, I think
I think we've established that he's not.
I think from the moment he hits the floor, and he's backing
Yeah,
up into the
yeah,
corner,
yeah.
that is all act.
Yeah, but I also think that if Anakin had jumped at the wrong speeder that didn't have the canopy or that the engine wasn't wrong,
What if he jumped into one that had just one can of peas?
Yeah. Like or a can of spinach, like Popeye.
It doesn't quite work.
My kids, Popeye came up someplace, and my kids, they didn't know what it was. I had to show them a video of Popeye.
You know what it is? It's the Grinch.
Oh yes, yes, nailed it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that one, dude.
Did remote?
I'm good with it, but that is.
I hear you.
I'm like, what do I know this from? Like, I
Chewbacca is
know
a
this
remold
body
of the
shape
Grinch,
from
bro.
something.
It is the Grinch. Anyway, but I do think that if Anakin was late to that, that he would have killed Mace would have killed him.
That I'm not sure I agree with,
Yeah,
but that's a
I think
discussion
Mace
for
would've
another
killed
time. I think he could have unleashed the unlimited power.
Maybe.
But
you know, it isn't when he got all fucking Palpatine got all fucking this nasty to whatever. Like he like somehow like
Scarred and disfigured.
yeah
Deformed.
But didn't he like unleash his true like?
Well, that's like one of those like battles that'll go down in the fandom forever. Is whether or not it's the lightning that's causing the damage, or it's just his true form kind of coming to light. I've always seen it as his true form.
Me too.
But it's been a thing. I know it's a thing.
Yeah. It's so weak. It's so weak.
And I love the smile. But
so creepy.
yeah, I know.
I
He's a good character.
It's like a fucking. He looks like that priest from my childhood.
And the part that I think
gremlin.
the part that I like really believe him is like, we must move quickly. He does look like a little scared. Anyway, I think that Obi-Wan is powerful enough. I'm just not that type of fan. I think there are those type of fans like Shoulders like favorite heroes are always like Superman and the Hulk and like these ultra mega powerful characters.
I mean, I remember Shoulders were talking about Batman always, getting the one up in Superman, and he's like, Superman moved a fucking continent. You know what I mean? Yeah. He moved a continent and then he fell back to Earth.
But like
after being shivved with a fucking piece of kryptonite.
For me, it's always it's just what it is about the character. Like I think the beauty of Obi-Wan is how fucked up his life is, if you really think about it. Like his master is killed. He was on his way to greatness, but he kind of gets stuck with his master's like last dying wish.
Yeah.
Then
that probably overshadowed his greatness.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who he had to be responsible for. That motherfucker ends up being the biggest tragedy the fucking universe has ever seen. Kills off all the Jedi. And then his only lot in life is to look after the son of his best friend who ended up turning on the entire universe that he has to watch as a fucking hermit, only to sacrifice himself so that the boy's son can get away.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a fucking sad story.
Yep.
You know, like, that's what I think is cool about Obi-Wan. But it kind of starts.
And also, I mean, there's also the part where his girlfriend that he was going to leave the order for, like, his love died as well.
Yeah,
Sabine?
The
Saltine
Mandalorian.
Saltine crackers.
Gotcha.
Anybody else have any thoughts on Obi-Wan and his power scale?
And
I don't even know who's a 10. Like,
I don't know enough to gauge. Like, I don't know. Like, I know the comic book stuff. So
I mean, I guess it's safe to say that Yoda and the Emperor were probably pretty even.
What we need here? What we need here is a midichlorian count.
Yeah, we need a midichlorian count.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So
yeah, I've never seen a comparison of the abilities.
You know, it also questions that if midichlorians are in your cells, does Anakin become weaker because he's losing half of his body mass?
Does he make him like Cable?
Well, that's interesting. I never thought about that.
George Lucas.
I've always thought about just the crippling idea of it, but that is interesting.
I mean, not only that.
But you're literally losing the midichlorians.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's funny. You know what I mean?
That's a George Lucas question.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Stupid legs, stupid arms, stupid friends.
I mean, his flesh is all going too. You know, I mean, like, how much of the Force is he using just so he can like not be like, ah! You know what I mean? Like that's the cable. The cable.
I'm surrounded by all these caretakers. Are all old droopy men. Their cheeks hang down like that blue dog in Hanna-Barbera.
Oh, buzzard.
Oh, yo, buzzard.
So what was that guy's name, man?
Droopy dog. Droopy D.
Oh man. There's this guy that talked and looked just like that dog.
Like Droopy?
Yeah.
Oh
like no bullshit. Like,
no way, dude.
But he was like only like 20. But he looked like
Was he really?
20? Yeah.
It's like, geez,
I mean,
he has some hard mileage on that life.
Yeah, he's living that meth life.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Well, I just came in for a couple of game pieces, you know, bastard.
Oh, man.
I'm a gamer. I'm a fryer.
Did you hate that movie?
I don't hate it.
I'm a talker.
I'm a talker.
I'm a wugger.
I'm a midnight.
I'm a stoker. I'm a joker. Toker. And then Paul C. asked his question. He said, after Avengers 4, can the MCU go back to more focused stories, or will they have to get bigger and bigger each time? Do you think the general audience will be receptive to tighter, character-driven, character-building stories, or will they be too accustomed to the bigger, higher-stakes stories now?
I will answer that with this. It depends on how Ant-Man and the Wasp does. Because I kind of feel like this is kind of a more of a buddy cop type of...
Yeah.
You know, it's there's going to be big events.
Yeah.
But I think that it's going to be overshadowed. Whatever happens in this film is going to be overshadowed by what happens in Avenger 4, which is going to be tied in this film, I believe.
I think that it all comes down to, after Avengers 4...
what the world looks like.
Like rebuilding that world.
Well,
like,
Spider-Man is going to have to be
and you have the
character-driven
time to deal with the events. Like those events have to ring throughout. So it's like I think there's time in there to take a breath and have
absolutely
and build these smaller characters. Once again, I'm not sure if the phases can be so long anymore, though.
No,
that's my question.
They're going to have to have a
do we
quicker
even
turnaround.
need phases anymore?
I mean, whatever you want to call it.
No, but but seriously, do we need this build up for 2 or 3 years and then have like this big 4 or 5 year event? You know what I mean? Do we still need that?
Well, I think that the event is just whatever the Avengers movie is, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? And like the Avengers movie, the stakes always have to be higher because you're dealing with more power, so they have to the stakes have to be bigger.
Yeah.
So I think you're always going to have that, and you can call it whatever phase, whatever.
Do we need another Avengers movie after this?
I think so. I think that we need. I think that's the beauty of these tie-in universe.
So I can
things
take a break and do X-Men for 5 years. You know what I mean?
I think if they do that, they'll have to intermingle the two.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I think that even if they do that, you might get like the Wolverine movie and then the Cyclops movie, and then you might get an X-Men movie. They could do it that way if they wanted.
Yeah.
And they could make that the phase. And to be honest, they could do off, like if a phase was 5 years, on the third year you could do the X-Men movie, and then on the fifth year you could do the Avengers movie, and then you would have a smaller gap between
the X-Men Avenger movie.
Well, that has to happen.
A versus X would be awesome.
Yeah.
That has to happen.
You think?
I don't know if it needs to be a direct comic book thing,
No,
but I think them
they'll have to
facing
do-
off.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
that's a logical step.
But see, we'll never see like Wolverine fight Cap. You know what I mean? Because Cap will be gone by then.
But they'll have a different Cap by
You
then
think?
or something. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
not Steve Rogers.
No, it won't be Steve Rogers.
I need
necessarily.
Steve Rogers.
He wants Steve Rogers.
Yeah, you want Steve Rogers. Yeah.
So
I want Hugh Jackman too, but we'll leave that alone.
I think that might be it for questions this week.
It's 3. Nothing else on the
let me
Patreon?
make sure I have another some. Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. We've got some Patreon comments and stuff. We got a lot of love on this Star Wars episode that we put up, like, and people listing
good.
their top 10s.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. Like my wife's, everybody at this table that had like, where their shit fell. It's like, it's just interesting. Like, it's like, my wife's favorite Star Wars movie is Rogue One. Like that's her number one.
Really?
Yeah. And like Empire for her is like a 5. And it was interesting finding out why, like my wife ended up being like, look, like I'm kind of along for the ride for 2 reasons. If it makes me care about the character and I have fun watching it.
Mm-hmm.
In Rogue One, I care about all the characters and I have fun watching it. And like Return of the Jedi was her second favorite because she cares about all the characters at that point and has fun watching it. Where like fun isn't like part of my fucking diagnosis at all. Like it's all about what it means to the material, So it's interesting.
I think I have to sit down and watch all of them in their totality now that The Last Jedi is out. That just changed some stuff for me.
Yeah. Dude, I'm getting ready to start watching Rebels with the kids. So I'm looking forward to jumping back into that. So anyway, we have a couple Star Wars notes. Nothing too crazy.
They're talking about Kevin Feige.
It's all bullshit.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They were talking about that, but it's not true.
Yeah, that's
Until it is.
I want to make a statement about that when we get there, which I do have the note in here. But
relax.
Like, yeah. She will not be going down for another nap tonight.
What does that mean?
They're getting tired of watching her. So the Johnson trilogy begins, and they're looking to start shooting. One of their first sites they're looking at is Israel. No, we're gonna have dinner here very shortly. One of the places they're gonna start looking to is Israel.
Cool.
Well, hello there. I'll talk to you in a minute, baby. Okay.
It's French toast.
It might
Is
be.
it?
It might
It's
be French
Monday.
toast night. It might
I
be
know.
French
I
toast.
know.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, Bobby's French toast.
It depends on how early Laura gets home. There's a couple of different factors playing a part in this, but
Okay.
well, hello there. It is rumored, just rumored, that we might see Obi-Wan popping up or Ewan McGregor popping up in episode 9. However, I want everyone to be careful that like they're also starting pre-production shit on Obi-Wan, I would gather. So he might be going out there for meetings for that. Like that's where the rumor starts. Is like people have
So it's not on hold now. Obi-Wan's not on hold.
never was,
Okay.
never was.
All right. Good. Yeah.
So, and then the next one is don't believe the hype. So that's what I want to get to with all this. So, like Kevin Feige came out and was like, "I got, is it Feige? I'm not sure. Is it Feige?
It's only funny. It's only funny when we're talking Marvel. That's
So he came out and he was like, "There's no truth to this shit. Like, stop dragging my name."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I don't want to touch that shit with a 10-foot pole.
So, like, here's the thing: is that like be very weary of these Star Wars rumors that have the same group of characters always pushing the narrative. There's like 4 or 5 YouTubers now, and I have the list of them upstairs because I got my fucking eyes on them. And actually, somebody tagged some of them in my my Jedi Last Jedi.
how's that doing?
No significant
Really?
change. Yeah, but
Very disappointed in that.
me too. But it doesn't matter. It's hopefully it's the beginning of something nice. You know.
All right.
But they retweeted it and tagged these people in it, which I'm pretty sure is just them trying to the person that retweeted it trying to get them to take note of it. Now I don't know what the intentions are there. If the intentions are to stir
Look
the
at this
pot,
dickhead. Or
stir-
like, hey, change your mind.
or yeah, exactly. But there's like kind of the usual suspects, and I haven't made my mind up on all of them yet because I haven't done enough research into them. But there are a few that I keep seeing, and they always have the inside scoop. It's always something hyper negative that also happens to coincide with their point of view, and it always ends up being proven untrue.
Okay.
So, like, anytime that you look at to the listeners, what I'm asking, like, anytime that you see some shit where it's like Kathy Kennedy's getting fired, or J.J. Abrams smacked Ryan Johnson at a private party, just like
That did happen. Though.
just click the link, and when they're like YouTuber so and so, inside source at such and such, just realize it's probably bullshit. But anyway, it's Solo failed. It failed financially. It failed.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have failed had they just used the budget once.
Oh, I did have something to show you guys. Hold on. It's worth the interruption.
All right.
Just relax. Bob.
While you're going for a second, just everybody chime in because it's happening this week. Anybody's thoughts on Batman and Catwoman getting married? Because it happens on
All right,
Wednesday.
ready?
I'm excited. I
Okay.
want it to happen.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of like what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny.
How long do you think it'll last?
It's the young Gamora. It said, did you boycott Solo? And then it's Thanos. Yes. What did it cost you? Everything.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
a good
and
meme.
it's over the rumor of Kenobi and what you call getting canceled.
Boba Fett. Yeah.
And what they're trying to allude to there is that it's the boycott that
caused it.
Yeah, which is
No,
horseshit.
yeah, that's complete BS.
At any rate, what is that? Is that more? Oh, I thought it was drops.
More nonsense.
Um,
More tit drops.
yeah.
You want tit drops?
No, I'm good. But I know you can get distracted with this sort of thing and be like, oh wait, Joe, have a bit of a peek. Yeah, no, I'm good. I get it. I saw one and I kind of just get it. So at any rate, the just be weary. Just be weary of that shit. Like there's definitely people out there that are a very vocal minority that are trying to make it seem much bigger than they are. And I got news for you. There's also people that have been exposed as not even fucking Star Wars fans. They've just seen that other like anti-Star Wars channels have like become successful.
Yeah.
And they've just started making anti-fucking Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
They've become to ride the success train of that.
Yeah. I mean, talking poorly about stuff is a way to get YouTube clicks. It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
But anyway, just
I digress.
just have some internet savvy.
Yeah.
So let's give shout outs to the rest of the Nerve Rage team. We got Manny and we have Phil here today. You're doing a great job on Twitter, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And then we have Dante on Facebook. And we have
he can't help himself.
Raul. Raul crossed 400,000.
He's like 404, I think.
We need to have a party for Raul.
And then we have Black Phillip. Yeah, you're right. The rest of the cool table: Shattercast Uncut, Enter the Realm, Beer and Bolters 40K, Plastic Fanatics, Stasis Lock, Toy Detox, Building Up to It, Breaking the Mold, and Fresh Communications.
Are you ready to do a Beer and Boulders 40K episode? Did you listen to the last one we did?
With Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It's pretty good, right?
It's good.
That was a good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. I do it again. Well, guys, thanks again for joining us, and please check out our Patreon. It really helps us out. It's been crushing here recently. We've had tons of content. I mean, hours and hours, enough to make that hole inside your soul fill up with love.
What movie are we watching this month, Joe?
Probably War in Pocket Gundam.
War and Pocket Gundam, and it's a self-contained kind of film.
It's a film. Yeah.
Nice. I'm actually looking forward to that.
All right.
I'm actually looking forward to that. And then Caravan of Courage is after that.
Oh, my God.
Which I'm super looking forward to.
I don't know why. I don't understand the excitement.
Because it's going to be so bad.
Are you looking forward to being hospitalized after we eat a 30-year-old box of cereal?
Yes.
Oh, my God. When is that going to go down?
I got it. You know what?
Got it?
No bullshit. Hear me out. No bullshit. The fact that it's still saran wrapped with the bank on it makes me not want to eat it. I might have to buy another box.
All right. Buy right after you eat this one.
You can eat the whole box?
I only
just going to taste it.
I only eat box a few times a year. That's not true.
Come on. It's a lie. And with that, great tits.
Flappy labius.
Velvety vagina.
Tight dick player.